Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
We've been doing these second date updates for a while now, and we've heard a lot of creative excuses to get out of a date. I have an excuse that I like to use when I'm on a date, so I don't hurt the other person's feelings, but if I know it's not going well and I want to leave, I always use the same excuse. I look at them and go, I don't like you, and I want this to be over.
That's not an excuse.
And it seems to work every time, and so I think I'm doing it right. But not everybody is as smooth as I am.
Yeah.
Sensitive.
Look at you, smooth operator.
And Lisa, who's on the phone today to do a second date update, believes that somebody used an excuse to get out of a date with her. Lisa, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks, Jubal. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Thank you for asking. So the guy that you met today, you met him online?
Yes, on a dating site.
What did you do when you went out on your date?
We just met at a bar. Kept it simple.
When you saw him for the first time, what did you feel?
Well, here's the thing. There was a little bit of a snag before I met him because I knew that I was kind of going into it without being 100% truthful because I used an old photo on my profile.
Oh.
How old are we talking?
It was 8 years old.
Wow.
But I was honest about my age.
Okay. You just weren't honest with your picture.
Well, I felt really guilty after that, and I realized that I hadn't told him, and we were going out that night.
But you weren't honest about your picture. Why use a picture from 8 years ago as your dating profile photo?
It's a really good picture. Sometimes I'm not that photogenic, and it's really great, and I feel like it captures my personality.
Are you much different now than you were 8 years ago?
No, I mean, I don't. That's the other thing. I don't think I'm that different, but I don't know.
8 years
Maybe.
is a long time, though. We all have pictures that we really like and hold on to. You don't have like one that's maybe from like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the one I used.
All
I mean,
right.
I had a profile up a few years ago, and
So you came clean about it to him.
yeah, before we went out, I mean, it was about half an hour before meeting up. I texted him, and I said, hey, you know what, you can totally cancel if you want to, but I just want to be honest with you. You know, the photo I used is 8 years old.
Did he ask for an updated picture to send to him or anything?
No, because it was right before, it was literally half an hour before we were meeting. He texted back, he's like, hey, don't worry about it, it's totally okay.
Yeah, because he was actually driving to the destination. Like, you should have probably, I mean, I don't know. I would think you would want to tell him like a day or two before.
I know, I didn't give him much of a leeway, but...
Did you do that on purpose, Lisa?
No, honestly, I just
Lisa.
That is
completely
really...
forgot.
Lisa, are you
don't-
lying to me? Did you do that on purpose?
No, I swear to you I'm not.
Okay.
I was thinking like, oh my God, I really like this guy, and I was crap, and he doesn't have the right picture of me, and now he's going to hate me. But he was like, no, that's cool, whatever.
Have you been online dating for a little while?
Oh, yeah, a couple of months.
Have other people been shocked when they saw you in person compared to your profile photo?
Well, nobody would, I don't think anybody would, except for Jubal maybe, would really do that, would be like, what,
Just like sit down like, you're not who I thought you were.
I know, you're ugly, I gotta go.
So your email said that you think he used an excuse to get out of your date.
We were having a great time, and he seemed a little bit nervous at first, but after a while, he got a phone call, and he said he had to go, and his excuse was, I have to go help my grandma get groceries.
No.
What?
Yeah, it's totally lame, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a made-up excuse.
Yeah.
What did you say to him?
Well, what could I say? It was just like, okay, I mean, I was a good sport about it, but I don't know, maybe it is true, but it sounds lame.
Yeah, what if his grandma really does need groceries and you're like, I don't care, let her starve.
Oh, she's a
You stay here.
Anyway, it's been over a week, and I haven't heard from him, and I'm really hoping it's not the picture thing.
I guess I didn't ask you how the actual date went. Was everything enjoyable?
I thought it was good. Like I said, he seemed a little nervous at first. Maybe it's because he was like, oh, my God, what's she going to look like? But
Yeah.
no, I mean, it seemed normal and cool. And, there's always a little bit of adjustment when you're like, oh, hi, here's the real you. But I thought we were connecting.
So no awkward moments where you think that he got turned off, and he didn't seem to be turned off by the fact that your picture was 8 years younger than you actually are.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that is what happened. Like I said, people don't show up and be like, oh, you're not as attractive as I thought you were going to be. You know, they just, I mean, right? You're kind of polite.
Can
But
I ask?
I think we can all agree that we're pretty sure that his grandma needs help with her groceries as an excuse to get out of the date.
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, we're going to play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
Great, thanks.
You're welcome. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Lisa is on the phone, and she wants to call a guy named Nick. They met online. Her picture that she uses online is actually 8 years old. So she thinks that might be part of the problem. But she did come clean right before their date and said, hey, just so you know, when I show up, I'm going to look 8 years older. He seemed to not have a problem with that, but she does think that he used an excuse to get out of the date because at some point he got a phone call and then said his grandma needs help with her groceries, so he had to leave. Right. And she hasn't heard anything from him since. Lisa, you know what I think your problem is?
What?
I think you need to start dating men.
Oh, you think he's a little boy?
A little grandma's boy. So if his grandma's calling, he's going to get groceries for her. You really want to be with a guy like that? Like, look at me. I haven't talked to my grandma in like 10 years.
That's not something to brag
I am
about.
a good grandson.
You know, I thought you were meant to be a man and not make a lame excuse like that.
Yeah.
No. I was saying,
wrong.
don't let your grandma run
Like,
you.
man up.
You know what I mean? Like, he's got to own that relationship with his grandma. All right, well, we're about to dial the phone number right now, get him on the phone, and find out why he's not calling you back. And if, in fact, that was an excuse to get out of your date, okay?
All right, awesome.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Nick, please?
Yeah, this is me.
Hey, Nick, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From what?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay. Well, what do I got to say? What are they going to do?
You don't have to say or do anything. I just have a few questions for you about a date you recently went on.
Okay.
Here's how it works. One of our listeners emailed us to call you. You recently went out with a girl named Lisa, okay?
Right.
And Lisa is wondering why you're not calling her back.
Okay. So, what do I just tell you? What happened, or?
That would be the goal. If you just want to straight up just tell me, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it just didn't work out.
Well, is there a specific reason?
Not too much. I mean,
There was way too much hesitation. There's definitely a reason.
well, no, I mean, she just, listen, when you go out with somebody, have something in mind, and if they're not it, then you move on.
You know, like how your voice just gets higher.
I'm just saying, I mean, not everybody's for everybody. Why waste time if they're not for you? That's all.
Nick, let me ask you a question. She told us that she had a profile picture on the dating website that was 8 years younger than she is. Does she look a lot different now, and is that why you don't want to call her back?
I wouldn't say a lot different, but somewhat different.
Like different enough to where you found her unattractive when you saw her?
I don't know. I wouldn't say unattractive, but it's just I'm just particular, and she wasn't my type exactly. So I'm just looking for Miss Perfect, and she wasn't it. That's all.
Miss Perfect. What is Miss Perfect?
Isn't that what everybody wants?
No.
Miss Perfect for them,
I want Miss Willing. That's what I'm usually going for.
Or Miss Damaged Goods.
Or just Miss has a heartbeat?
Yeah.
I guess I just have high standards. I don't know.
All right. Are you one of... Okay, I got a friend like you. You're one of those I only date perfect 10 model type guys, aren't you?
No, I mean, not maybe to other people's standards, but to my standards, they have to have certain features or attributes that I like.
So it was all just like a looks thing. Like her looks didn't meet what you expected and what you like.
Look, I'm just saying, I've been on a lot of dates. I've dated a lot of people here and back home, and just, I guess I always find something wrong with each of them,
What do you find wrong, though? Like, her cuticles were a little, too white. Are you that picky?
Well, if I notice that, sure, that could be something. But
For real?
no, but it's usually bigger than that. Like this one girl had like really big gums. You know, you ever see that when they smile, they're like very gummy, and that's just.
Nick. I'm with you. I'm with you on the big gums thing. It is distracting.
Yeah, like horse gums.
Yeah.
You guys are so shallow.
It's true though. Brooke, do you want to date a dude with huge gums?
I don't know that I've ever even noticed gums.
You know, obviously you're looking at their face most of the time, but you know, you gaze and you look down and you see the boobs and stuff. Can I say boobs and stuff?
Yeah,
you can
sure.
say
You can say that. Absolutely.
Well, that was one problem with this girl. They were just kind of like weirdly shaped or something. I just couldn't.
Are we
I didn't
talking about a former date of yours, or are we talking about Lisa?
Oh no, a former date.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not like Lisa.
Okay.
We're just going through a list of everything wrong
All right.
with every woman that he's ever dated.
I'm just giving examples of why I'm picky. That's all. I mean,
All right, big gums, weird looking boobs, things like that turn you
if
off.
they look like that, then you know who knows what they look like when it's off. You know.
Okay.
So what was the thing that turned you
my
off
God.
about Lisa?
Well, she had like really, like the nose part was fine, but like the nostrils were kind of small.
What?
You know what I'm talking about? Like
No.
they're just like tiny.
Her nostrils are too small for her nose.
Yeah, like the holes part.
Yeah, I know what a nostril is. I'm just trying to picture a big
No, I know,
nose
but,
with
like,
little.
They were just like really small, and like it looked kind of odd. It didn't look like that in the picture, which was surprising.
Dude, you've got to be kidding me. Are you being serious that small nostrils are a deal breaker for you?
Look, when you're talking to somebody for an hour and all you can focus on is the nostrils, there's a problem.
But you
And that's
know,
why I couldn't take it anymore.
you probably have a lot of your own imperfections too, right?
I'm not saying I don't, but for me, why should I settle if that's not who I
You
wanna
have
be with?
you have to be one of the most picky dudes I've ever talked to.
Yeah, dude.
And
I know. Everybody says that to me, but that's who I am.
You're
hey,
honest.
hey,
And maybe
listen,
that's
look.
why I'm single, but what do you want?
It definitely is why you're single. I'm going to tell you that right now. But, you know, I would love to find out if Lisa has had any work done to her nostrils to make them smaller. Wouldn't you like to find that out, Nick?
No, that's all right. I don't really care. I mean,
Oh.
you know, it didn't work out, so it doesn't matter. I'm moving on.
Well, it's too bad because she's actually on the other line listening.
What?
Seriously? My nostrils are too small?
What are you guys doing to me? What do you ambush people like this?
Yeah, it's kind of the point of the whole segment. So anyway,
Moving
I
on.
didn't agree to this.
I know you didn't, but Lisa did, and now she's on the phone. So you might as well talk to her about her small nostrils.
I'm here. Like, what kind of freaky thing is that? I could see if your nostrils were too big, but
Look, it's just my thing. I don't know what to tell you. I'm picky. That's all. I don't know if you heard that part, but I'm just very.
I mean, we had all this stuff in common, and now you're saying it's because my nostrils? My nostrils are normal.
No, they're not.
Oh my god.
Really?
I'm sorry, they're not. I've seen a lot of nostrils, and they're on the smaller side.
I see at least a dozen nostrils a day, and apparently yours don't stack up, Lisa.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what anybody else thinks about them. I know I'm picky, and there were some very nice qualities you had, and we had some nice conversation. But for me, just me, like I said, I'm picky. They were just too small, and it was distracting. I'm sorry.
Nick, how do you expect to find the perfect woman with, like, every single thing on her face being perfect? I mean, you're not exactly Mr. Hottie. You know, you're cute. So what are you thinking?
Look, if I have to be single for the rest of my life because I can't find the perfect person for me, then I'll be single, and I'm okay with that. But I'm going to keep trying. That's all.
All right.
Wow, that's dedication.
Well, I have to do this no matter what because it is a second date update. Nick, would you like to go out on a second date with Lisa? We will pay
Oh
for
my
it.
God, no.
It's not a match. It's not going to work.
Both of you guys said. Did I hear both of you guys say no to a second date at the same time?
Yes.
All right.
On
Look,
the
you
same
guys
page.
have more in common than you think.
The only thing, apparently.
All right, Lisa. Well, I'm sorry that we couldn't make that happen for you.
Okay, thanks.
And Nick, I'll keep an eye out for girls with giant nostrils, okay?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
My deal breaker, whenever I meet a girl, perfect teeth. Hate it.
Why?
Hate them, just a turn off to me.
You like a little snaggle in there?
I like that girl to just be screwed up. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. Lots of text messages coming in about the second date update. The guy didn't want to call the girl back because he said her nostrils were too small.
Which is so picky. It's ridiculous. I can't believe how many text messages are coming in commenting on his man unit, though.
Yeah, we got a text message about her nostrils. Says, one of my coworkers has slits for nostrils. It's really distracting, and I can't stop looking at them when I talk to her. So apparently it bothers some people.
Honestly, I can't stop looking at your guys' nostrils now. This is weird.
Just judging everybody's nostrils.
I will say, my husband's nostrils are exceptionally large, and it's sometimes distracting. And I think it's from a long life of picking your nose.
I've never paid enough attention to nostrils, I guess. I guess I should start. If you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, Brooke and Jubal at moving925.com. We will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update is brought to you by peer pressure. That's right. When you don't even want to go out on a date with somebody, but your friends really want to know why, and they pressure you into doing a second date update, that's a little bit of peer pressure. Kate is on the phone with us. Her email actually said this: Hey guys, I went out on a date with a guy named Chris. I'm not that interested in getting a date with him, but my friends met him and they want me to do a second date update with you. So can I do one? The answer is, of course. It's a lot different than most of the second date updates we do. But Kate, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh my God, I just see you telling your friends, fine, I'll do it.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So tell us about the guy that you don't really care about calling today, but your friends do.
His name is Chris. And, I mean, he was really nice. There's nothing, terrible about him. We just really did not click whatsoever.
Okay. So why do your friends want to do a second date update so bad?
Here's the story about how our date went. We met online, but we met up at a bar, and my friends were there for support, as they do. And I don't want to be mean, but he's really super nerdy.
Okay.
And I am not.
Okay.
We had nothing in common. He wanted to talk about like sci-fi TV shows he watches and like weird books he read in college. It's just like nothing that I was interested in.
Did you, when he walked in the door and you saw him for the first time, did you immediately think this is not going to work?
The first time I laid eyes on him, I actually was hoping it wasn't him because I never saw his picture online. So I didn't know what to expect. And
no.
It sounds like you hate this guy.
Yeah.
No, I don't hate him. It just wasn't a good match for us.
Okay.
Why would your friends ever think that you should pursue this then if you are not attracted to this guy whatsoever?
Like a joke?
Like I said, they were at the bar with me, and they even were going on about how on the date he was so into me, he was buying me all the drinks and trying to, touch my arm and being really flirty with me. And then their curiosity is, going crazy right now because it's been a week and he hasn't reached out to me at all.
So
and I've actually been kind of curious too.
So it's more of, hey, this nerdy guy was super into you and now he's not calling you back. Who does he think he is?
I don't like you, not the other way around.
Yeah. Is that what this is about?
That's pretty much it.
Oh my God. So if we call him and we find out he's just been busy or something and he actually does want to go out with you, are you going to want to go out with him?
No, I absolutely don't want to go on another date with him.
Oh my gosh. What do we do then?
I just want to know why he didn't call me back.
So it's just confusing to you why a guy who would be, confusing to you and your friends, I guess I should say, why a guy who seems to be totally into you is blowing you off.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Have you tried to get a hold of him at all?
No. Oh, gosh, no.
Yeah, right.
Why would you?
Oh my God, I feel like you should leave this person alone. You're like picking on him at this point.
I already feel bad for him.
Don't feel bad for him. He's the one not calling me back.
Yeah. Who does that? Let me ask you a question. When you meet up with dudes and you go out on dates, do they always get back to you?
I mean, yeah, they do. I mean, I'm a good catch.
Okay.
But maybe, I mean, what if this guy's just not an idiot and it was very clear that you weren't interested in him, so he's not wasting his time on you?
That's not an excuse. He should have taken the chance.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, get this guy on the phone, and find out why in the world he wouldn't be calling you back.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
The best way I can describe the second date update today is this. Imagine you go for a job interview and you're really super qualified, like overqualified for the job. Like you shouldn't even really be interviewing for it. Like they'd be a fool not to hire you. And then they don't call you back for a second interview and you're like, what the How could I possibly not get a call back? This is ridiculous. And then you're like, what did I do wrong? I have all the qualifications. Why is that job blowing me off? That's ridiculous. I should be the one to go, no, thank you. I don't want to work there. I got a better, higher paying job. Well, that's what happened to Kate. She met a guy. She didn't really like him very much, but now he's not calling her back, so she just wants to get him on the phone and find out why. As a matter of fact, she doesn't even want to get him on the phone. Her friends pressured her into doing a second date update. Is that a pretty accurate way to describe it, Kate?
That's exactly it. I'm kind of curious, but my friends are really curious.
Do you feel, I mean, you guys kind of sound like the Cool Girls Club picking on the dorky kid in high school right now. You realize that.
We're not picking on him. We just want to know what's his deal. Why is he not calling me back?
Yeah, I'm so confused, too. You know, after talking to you for a few seconds, I wanted to call you for a date, you know? So we'll dial the phone number right now and see if we can get him on the phone, okay?
All right. Thanks,
All right,
guys.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Chris.
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, Chris, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry, why are you calling me?
I'm calling you because we recently got an email from one of our listeners. They asked if we could get a hold of you.
Why would someone email you about me?
Because I guess you're a pretty fabulous dude and they'd love to see you again.
Are you guys messing with me? What is this?
No. One of our listeners sent us an email and asked to get a hold of you because you guys went out on a date and then you didn't call her after the date. So she's wondering why, like if she did something wrong.
I mean, the only date I've been on in the past month was with this girl named Kate. Is that what you're talking about?
Maybe.
Well, is it or isn't it?
It is, actually. Yeah, Kate wanted us to get a hold of you.
Wait, are you serious?
I am 100% serious. Kate emailed us and is wondering why you haven't called her after you guys met up.
That's awesome. Okay.
Awesome in a good way or awesome in like a,
No,
that's
it's a great
awesome.
way.
Okay.
No, that was, I got to tell you, hands down, that was definitely the best date I've ever had.
Really?
What? Oh, no.
Yeah.
The best date you've ever had, but you haven't called her. So usually I follow that up by calling the person or texting them and asking them out again. Why haven't you done that?
No, I did. I sent her a message on OkCupid.
Oh, you did?
On the dating website.
Yeah.
Okay.
If she had just opened the email, she'd know that I was working on something, you know?
Okay. So is that what you want me to tell her then? You're busy with work and you'll get back to her when?
Well, as soon as I'm finished. I think it's going to take a few more days. I'm not sure. I mean, I would rather talk to her myself, but...
So you just you're working all night long because your job is that demanding or something?
No, it's not. I just think that I want to finish something, you know, that's a really nice gesture before I reach out to her.
A nice gesture?
What do you mean?
Like some pics? Like a photo shoot or something?
No,
It takes
Yeah.
all day, multiple days to get one of those right.
What kind of gesture are you talking about?
I'm talking, this is going to sound corny. I've been writing a short story about our date.
You've been what? Wait, what did you say?
I've been writing a short story about our date.
A short story?
That you're going to have her read or you're going to try to publish?
No, I just really want to, you know, get it out of my heart, you know, and show her what I really feel.
Oh,
Is it a book or?
No, it's a short story, you know. It might be a short film, you know. I might write it into a screenplay one day.
What's it about?
Wow.
It's about our first date.
What was so great about your first date that it inspired you to write a story?
Well, if you don't mind, I can just tell you a little bit about it right now, like the rundown of the plot.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, it's about, like, obviously, boy meets girl, against all odds sort of love story. On one side, you've got, like, this guy, he's a college-educated, driven, he's funny. People like him, he's charismatic.
And that's the you character, obviously.
Obviously, that's me.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
And on the other side, you have the girl, this beautiful, beautiful mess, that's...
Beautiful mess.
Oh, no.
She just kind of looks like, if I'm going to be honest, like she's been around the block.
Okay.
What does that even mean? How does a woman look like that?
It's against all odds, It's like two sides of the track. It's like two opposite faces of a coin.
Right.
How much more different can someone be?
So you're saying that you are a very successful, smart man, and she's just a mess who's been around.
She sounds like a hooker from the way you're describing her.
A beautiful hooker.
Like it's Pretty Woman all over again.
I mean, I guess it does have, like shades of Pretty Woman, but like the good parts only. But, I do have a title, a working title.
Really? What is it?
Dirty Girl.
Dirty Girl. And this is a romantic gesture that you've been planning on giving her.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you think that calling her basically like just a wreck and comparing her to a prostitute like in Pretty Woman and calling it Dirty Girl is going to be a good thing?
Okay, I didn't say Pretty Woman. You guys said Pretty Woman, all right? I said shades of Pretty Woman.
Got it.
And she's not a prostitute. She's a girl that's lost her way. A guy comes into her life and, he saves her. And I'm really glad you guys reached out to me because, I wasn't sure if she was going to get back to me or if I should reach out to her.
Yeah. Well, you actually kind of have reached out to her.
Yeah, I've been listening the whole time.
What? Wait, Kate, is that really you? Hey.
Are you delusional? Were we even on the same date?
What's the matter?
What? Do you really not understand what the problem is? Were you not listening to what you were saying out loud?
Of course I was. What, you didn't like it?
Oh my God. You really thought that I would like what you wrote?
Yeah. Has anyone ever written a romantic novel for you before?
Not one where I end up being a prostitute, a dumb prostitute, and the guy is some
I never said dumb
smartass.
prostitute. I never said dumb prostitute.
That is true. We made the prostitute comparison with Pretty Woman, but that's what it kind of sounded like to us.
Thank you.
I am just shocked that this is happening. I am so out of your league, by the way. I hope you understand that.
Yeah, of course you are, and that's why the story's beautiful.
Oh, my God.
And I'm sure you've been with plenty of men, and you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm totally cool with that.
You're not helping your case, Chris.
Oh, my God.
Kate, you've got to see at some point, I mean, he is a romantic at heart. He's a little naive and doesn't exactly know how to talk to women, but it's a little sweet.
I am just so offended right now. I don't know what to do. No one has ever talked to me like that before. No one has ever said those things to me before.
I think what you have to do is go out on another date with him. Chris, would you like a second date with Kate? We will pay for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
No second date. That's not happening.
But Kate, you're the one that wanted us to call him in the first place, so this could be a successful second date for you.
I don't want to give him any more material for his novel about me being a dumb prostitute, so no way.
Listen, I just need you to read the story, okay? I think if you read it, everything will be explained and you'll understand everything.
Chris, I'm sorry, man. I don't think Kate is going to see your point of view on this one.
Kate, I want you to know that no matter what happens today, you will always be my dirty girl.
Lovelier words have never been spoken, have they, Kate?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
The text in at 78592. It says, that guy is definitely a weirdo, but that girl is not much better. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. This girl, Kate, wanted to call a guy named Chris. They went out on a date, and she was just amazed that he wasn't calling her back. They actually kind of met at a bar and everything else. And they hung out, and she's like, dude, I'm way out of his league.
Yeah, poor
Why
guy.
is he not calling me? She didn't even really care that much if she got a date. It was more that her friends put her up to it and said, you have to do a second date update to find out why this guy would not call you back because you're the bee's knees.
The bee's knees.
So-
Suddenly they're in the 1920s.
Yeah.
The hot lingo, babe.
We got him on the phone, and it was kind of weird because he said, no, I want to call her back, but I'm writing a short story about her, and I wanted to present it to her when we went out on our date.
It was such karma, though, like she was so stuck up about herself.
Yeah.
It's great.
And the story, he said, was about how a smart, well-educated dude meets a beautiful mess of a woman.
Who's been around the block a couple of times.
Dirty
Yeah,
girl.
yeah. And it was called something like Dirty Girl. That was the working title. She was offended by that, obviously.
Of course.
A lot of texts in at 78592 that says, I'll go out with him. I'm a romantic like that. So apparently that wouldn't creep that person out that the dude was writing a short story about her. Another text that says, what every girl hopes for before Valentine's Day, you'll always be my dirty girl.
Yeah.
And we're also getting lots of texts in. Earlier in the show, at about 7:10, we did a survey of Americans that talked about how the little things that piss people off.
Oh, yeah.
And one of those was when people use pet names when they don't know you, like sweetheart or buddy or things like that. And Brooke made a comment, like, it's so condescending when people say sweetheart. And Jose and I were like, dude, you do that all the time
Which
to
I
people.
didn't realize.
Yeah,
Second date
It's one
you
of those
really
things
do.
where you don't realize you're doing it, and then now I can't stop hearing it and everything.
And we're getting a lot of texts in at 78592 from the second date update because Brooke called the guy sweetheart while she, sweetheart.
But
while
it
she
was like
talking to him.
I felt like we were connected, know, and it wasn't meant to
So,
be condescending.
that worked
had
out.
a lot of heart for him, man.
That worked out perfectly, I guess. Proof that you do that. Or remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Lincoln South Food Hall in Bellevue. Fitness for foodies. From carb-loving meat eaters to vegan and everything in between, we've got you covered. Grab a quick lunch or come for happy hour. You'll leave craving more. Order online at LincolnSFH.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Every once in a while we get a request in to do a second date update that really isn't so much about getting a second date, but they're just really angry and want to tell the person they're an a-hole. And I think that's what we've got today. It's from Samantha. She knows that she's not getting a call back, but now she's angry about it and wants to call the guy. So I don't know if she actually wants another date or just to call this guy out on the air, but we'll find out. What's up, Samantha? How are you?
Hi. I am mad, but I still do like him.
Okay.
Sound very
Yeah,
mad.
you don't sound mad at all. Like you sound like you can't stop laughing at the situation.
No, I just think that's funny that people do that because they do.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So you do want to call this guy to see if he'll go out with you again.
Yeah, I want to give him another chance. Like if he has a good reason, like if something happened, but
But when I read your email, it looked more like you just wanted to tell him he's a a-hole.
yeah, I mean, like I am really mad at him, but I do want to go out with him again.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
This is a weird one.
Well, before we get into it, why don't you tell us a little bit about him? What's his name?
His name is Nick.
Nick, okay. And where did you meet Nick?
We met online on a dating app, and
Okay.
we talked for like a week or so and decided to meet up.
Okay.
So we got drinks at a bar, and I don't know, we got along really well, and we were laughing and like chatting and having a good time. And he disappeared for a little bit. I mean, he said he had to go to the restroom, but it took a little while. And
Wait, but how long was a little while?
it was like maybe 15 minutes.
Oh, that's a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he came back, and he said he had a surprise for me.
Huh.
And so I
Hopefully
was
they didn't
like,
bring you back a souvenir from the bathroom. Sounds like a long trip.
Ooh, here, honey. Here's a urinal cake.
yeah. No, I was definitely confused. But I was like, okay, all right, what is it? And he led me over to the bathroom, and he showed me where he put his initials, like in the wall, like with a pocket knife, and mine were under it.
Oh, romantic.
Carved your initials in the wall by the bathroom. That's
Not
sweet.
a tree, but it's
yeah.
What did you think of that? Was that funny to you, or?
I mean, it was silly, but I just thought it was really sweet, like, and romantic. I don't know. I'd never had anyone do something like that for me, so.
Oh, it works.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
So when did you get mad at him?
Well, we continued to have fun. Like, I kissed him, and we kind of, started making out at the bar.
Ooh.
And, things were going really well. And he was like, I don't know about you, but if I have a good date that I'm really interested in, I don't really want to see anyone else after that.
So was he asking you to be exclusive right there on your first date?
Wow.
Yeah, and, I kind of felt the same way. I was like, yeah, I really like this guy. I might as well see where it goes.
See, it's only weird if people aren't on the same page, but it sounds like you were into it, like the initials and exclusivity.
Yeah, we had a really great time. And so he made a suggestion to take down our dating profiles. So I agreed to do it, and we did it, right then and there. Like, we both pulled our phones out and deleted it.
Goodbye, Tinder.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So,
All right.
we left in an Uber or whatever, and he took me home, and I didn't hear from him for 2 days. So I texted him and was kind of like, hey, cutie, how are you? And then a week went by, and I still didn't hear from him.
Whoa.
Did he get, I mean, technically he's your new boyfriend from the description of the date.
Yeah, pretty much.
but
I mean,
close.
basically, you guys are like, let's get off the dating
Exclusive.
world. Let's get out of the dating world and just date each other.
Do
Exactly.
you think he was just freaking out? Like, oh my God, I was drunk. I shouldn't have done that. I went too fast.
I don't think he was drunk. We only had 2 drinks at that moment. So,
Huh.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm just it's making me mad because he's ditching me, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I checked to see if his profile was there, and he put it back up.
Oh, wow. Okay, so no discussion about it, but he did put his dating profile back online.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So obviously that's why I'm mad, and I'm pissed he's a liar, and I want to know what his deal is.
That's
Do you
why
think-
you're mad.
Was he trying to sleep with you that night and you turned him down or something? I'm just trying to...
No. I mean, he was like, I'll take you home because we realized we were kind of along the same way, and I didn't want to sleep with him right off the bat like that.
Yeah.
And he respected it. He was like, no, I agree. Let's wait a little bit. And I was like, okay.
I just don't understand all the talk on his part
And he
of
brought it up, right?
wanting to be exclusive and take down your profiles. What was his motive, do you think?
I don't know. I need your help to figure that out because at this point I feel like he's like a two-faced jerk. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so you want to call him and tell him he's a two-faced jerk, and then you want to ask if he'll go out with you again.
Yes, exactly.
All right, perfect. Okay, we'll play a song and then come back, and you can call your boyfriend and ask him why he's on dating sites, and then maybe ask him for a second date, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right, we'll do it right after this. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
This might be the first second date update we've ever done with a boyfriend and a girlfriend. This could either end up in a breakup or marriage. Who knows how it could go. Either way, I can't wait to hear. If you're just joining us, Samantha is on the phone and she wants to call a dude named Nick. They did go out on a first date to a bar. They met online, had a great time, and even on that date decided to take down their dating profile so they could not have to date anybody else and just date each other. To me, that sounds like they decided to be boyfriend and girlfriend. She says it wasn't that serious yet, but
official.
did take down their dating profile. Fast forward to a few days later after the date, and she noticed his profile was back online and he's not responding to her. So now she's very angry at her boyfriend and wants to find out why.
Boyfriend.
So we're about to call him. All right, Samantha, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
I didn't ask, is your dating profile back up?
Yeah, I put mine back up after I saw his was up.
Oh,
Okay,
so
yeah,
he
take
can
that.
see- yeah.
Yep.
Match with me again, okay? So are you wanting to first yell at him and then ask him out?
I mean, I just want to know why somebody would literally pretend like they wanted to be exclusive and then ignore somebody. It's just rude.
Right.
Hopefully, there's something that happened. I don't have to tell him how rude he is, but
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
let's hope.
I'll dial this phone number right now and see if we can figure it out, okay?
yep.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Nick, please?
Yeah, this is Nick.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Good, Nick. And-
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're from where?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So now that we got that out of the way, do you want to know why I'm calling?
Yeah.
Perfect. Because I'd like to tell you.
It's good conversation, guys.
Calling you today because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and figure out what happened. And we recently got an email about you from your girlfriend.
I don't have a girlfriend.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you might have a girlfriend and might not know it.
Kind of.
Who is this regarding?
Her name is Samantha.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I understand who you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. So Samantha told us about how you guys went on a date and had a good time at the bar, even took down your dating profiles, and then she tried to get a hold of you after, and nothing.
Yeah, well, that's because she's a liar. So.
She's a liar?
Yeah, she's a liar that can't be trusted.
Wow.
What?
Why?
That feels like you came a long ways from, I mean, what she described on your date to be awesome.
Well, I don't know how much you know about our date, but
I'll tell you what I know. She said that you guys went to the bar, you had a good time, you even carved your initials near the bathroom. Very sweet of you. Also, that's property damage. You could be in trouble. And then she said that you guys decided to take down your profiles so you weren't dating anybody else. And you made out a little bit, and that's kind of the last she heard from you.
Which was your idea. Like, you asked her not to date anyone else. That you guys should just date each other.
Yeah, things went so well. I really thought that we should focus on each other and not really spend all our energy trying to make this thing work as opposed to trying to seek out other people.
Okay, so why is she a liar now?
Well, after our date, my roommate matched with her on another dating site.
Oh, so
really?
Yep.
So she's just on multiple dating sites, and that's why she's a liar?
Well, yeah. My roommate matched with her, and then she messaged my roommate.
Oh, so they actually started talking.
Wow.
Yeah, she messaged him first.
What did she say, though?
I don't want to get into it, but like she's clearly trying to meet other guys online. So.
Wow.
And you're one of those weird guys that doesn't want your girlfriend dating other people.
Oh, my God.
I take it.
Yeah, if that makes me weird, then yeah.
Okay.
But you've got to understand, I mean, like, despite you guys taking down the dating profile where you two met on, you only had one date together. It's not like she was cheating on you.
Right, but I thought we were on the same page. You know, we made a commitment to each other, and that included taking down our profiles, which she didn't do, and so she's a liar.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, she didn't lie. She took away the one you asked.
Why not ask her about it?
I didn't need to. You know, she messaged my roommate. She's trying to meet other dudes, and I don't have time for someone like that.
I'd like to ask her about it, and it's really convenient because she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
So yeah, can we ask her about it?
Wait, what? She's here?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. Samantha, are you still there?
Yeah. Hi, Nick.
Hi.
Hi.
He does say it like that every time.
Are you serious? Like, that's what this is all about? Like, why are you ignoring me?
Am I serious? Are you serious? Well, you messaged my freaking roommate. Like, what do you want me to do?
I'm not a liar. First off, like, I'm on multiple sites. And I deleted the one we were on, and I didn't even use those sites for dating. I use them for, like, networking and meeting friends.
Okay, now it feels like
that
you're
sounds
a liar.
a little fishy.
Like,
The message you sent to my roommate was not network. You were trying to meet up with him. You sent him, hey, smiley face. Like, what business are you trying to, like, discuss with my roommate?
Okay, fine. Listen, you only told me to take down the one profile that we met on, so I didn't take down the other one.
I didn't know you were on so many. Congrats. But if you were committed to me, you would take all of them down if you really felt strongly about what was going on between us.
We went on one date. Like, you need to get over that.
Well, it went really well, and I was excited about it. Clearly, you were still window shopping for other dudes. So.
Okay, well, that just makes you sound really insecure. Go on one date with a girl, and then you take down all of her profiles. Like, you sound like a guy that would cry and, like, slash tires if you see a girl talking to another guy.
Wow.
I didn't make you take down all your profiles, obviously, because you clearly used the ones you still had to network your way into my roommate's messages. So.
oh my God. But Nick, don't you I mean, that's just kind of like how modern dating works right now. You don't go on one date and then just completely pull out of the dating game.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was dating a modern dating expert.
Why wouldn't you text me and say, why are you on another profile or something?
Well, you showed your true colors, so that's it. I don't have time for someone like that.
Wow.
I mean, it just sounds really weird that we went on one really great date, and then talking to one other person, like on another profile for like networking and stuff, like you're going to get mad about that?
You're not being honest, Samantha. All right, you need to be straightforward and honest right now. You're trying to network into my roommate's pants, okay?
Okay, first of all, I told you I wanted to take things slow. I don't immediately do that. I want to meet somebody first and get to know them.
Yeah, I understand. You want to meet a lot of people. I got it, all right? I'm not interested in that. I just wanted to hang out with you, okay? I like you.
Okay, well, what if I took down all the other stuff? I have 2 other ones.
Oh.
The damage is done, okay? I mean, you can take down whatever you want, but that's your life. I'm not a part of that anymore.
Come on, Nick. Even if she takes about Nick, would you go out on a second date with Samantha? We'll pay for it if she takes down her other dating sites.
No. Samantha, you're dumped, okay?
You're dumped?
You're dumped?
You're dumped.
Like,
They weren't
what?
even dating.
Oh, my God. You're so extreme, Nick.
You can't dump me. You're not my boyfriend.
I think that you dodged a bullet, Samantha. He does not sound like he's very good at compromising or forgiveness.
Or communication.
Yeah.
Look, y'all can say whatever you want, but I was honest, okay? I took down my one profile. I did what I said I would do, and Samantha was still slinking around, sliding in my roommate's DMs, trying to meet other people. So
Great. Well, I don't want to date someone who shames people.
All of a sudden it's shaming?
Yeah, he's mad that a girl is trying to date other people. Like, that's controlling.
we made a commitment to each other, and you betrayed that. So, like I said before, you're officially dumped. We are not together anymore.
Oh, man.
That is so crazy.
I'm sorry, Samantha. You just got dumped.
I know. I lost another boyfriend.
Another one?
Nick, you carved your initials at the bathroom at that bar. Are you going to go back and take those down, or?
I already did, actually. Yeah.
What?
I went back the night I found out.
You went back to the bar the
night
night you found out?
I just replaced my initials with my roommate's because I figured, he'll be with her next. So.
Oh, my gosh.
Case closed.
Case closed. Samantha's dumped. Nick, thank you for your time, and I'm sorry, no second date, Samantha.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
You'll
I
get
think-
through this, I think.
Congratulations.
For your information, Nick, all of my profiles are active, and for anyone who's hearing this, you can come find me because I'm actively looking.
Oh, there you go.
Not surprising.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text in at 78592 that says, I'm so sad I had to hear that breakup on the air.
Oh,
Brooke
it
and
was
Jubal in the
hard.
morning. Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Samantha wanted to call this dude named Nick. They went out and had such a good date that they actually agreed to remove their dating profiles.
Yeah.
And we got Nick on the phone and found out the reason that he wasn't calling her back was because Samantha only took down one of her dating profiles and actually started chatting with his roommate on another app.
Wow.
So she didn't take all of her stuff down, and he thought she was a liar. But she disagreed because he only specifically told her to take down one profile. So she was like, you didn't say take down all the dating profiles. Anyway, no second date for them. They don't want to go out again. Remember,
Oh my God. But maybe it'll work out with a roommate.
yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
If you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week is coming up in just a few minutes at 8:10. It's Brooke and Jubal.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Normally, when we do second date updates, it's been like a couple weeks since somebody hasn't gotten a call back.
Right.
But we got an email from a dude who wants answers now. And his date happened last night.
Patience,
So
sir.
he emailed us and asked if we could do a second date update for him right away. His name is Adam, and he's on the phone right now. Adam, why couldn't you wait a couple days to do your second date update?
I really want to know what happened like really soon because I'm really afraid that I did something really wrong. So I just gotta have help.
Hold on. I feel like you need some chill is what you need in your life.
Well, honestly, I'm pretty sure once you hear this story, you'd want to know too.
All right, well, let's get into the story then. You went out with this girl literally last night.
Yeah.
Okay, and how did you meet her?
So I was at a coffee shop and kind of did one of those like random, cheesy, hopefully romantic things that worked out, and it worked out really well.
What was it? I need to know your trick.
Yeah, so I was in front of her, and she was really cute, and I was like, oh, I'm going to try and buy this girl a coffee. And so I told the cashier, I was like, I'm going to buy this girl's coffee. And I turned to her and asked, I was like, is that okay? And she said, yeah, and smiled. And I thought that was a good sign, but I wanted to make sure that she knew it wasn't just one of those like nice pay it forward moments. So when they asked what name to put on the cup, I said, you can put my name on my cup, but I said to put my phone number on hers.
Ooh, sly.
And so I was like, hey, I hope you enjoy the coffee, but, no pressure. If you're interested, here's my number, and I hope to hear from you.
Dude, I'd call you back too. That is smooth.
And there's no instant obligation, right?
I'm pretty sure 98% of women would fall for that move.
Yeah, I think she's in that 98% because it worked. She gave me a text.
Yeah.
How quick did she text you back after you bought that coffee for her?
That day, not too far thereafter.
Nice. All right. So what happened on your date? Why do you need to do a second date update right now? It hasn't even been 24 hours.
So we went to a place for happy hour. We wanted to keep it kind of, keep it casual. And it was a good start that she was like, well, you bought a drink for me. Let me buy a drink for you. I was like, oh, this is a great start. So,
dude, she's even good at the moves. That is a good move on her part.
Yeah, so we're talking and hanging out, past a drink, getting some appetizers. And so there's good conversation, and we start talking about just random stuff, talking about how, all these small plates and how I like the snack, and she talking about throughout the day she loves the snack too. And I don't know where it came from, but we started talking about yogurt.
Ooh, you guys had the yogurt talk on a first date? Man.
Moving fast.
Yeah.
Is it
What's next?
Greek or non-fat? What do you like?
I told this super lame story about how I didn't like it at first, and now I love it, and I can't go through a day without it. And we were talking about favorite flavors, and this is where it started and stopped. I was like, oh, I just really like plain Greek yogurt. And I kid you not, I finished the word yogurt, and she starts crying.
Crying?
What?
Out of the blue?
Literally, I'm telling you, and I've run through the story a million times. I finished the word yogurt, and she is crying. And so I mean, it was such a quick thing that I was like looking around. Did something happen I didn't know? And I said, I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong? And she didn't really answer me. And I said, I made some joke about saying Greek yogurt, which said it again, which is evidently something I shouldn't have said again because she started crying even more.
What?
And
wow.
She's like, it's too tangy for me. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
And so she started to get up and was like, I'm sorry, I have to go. And I'm like, really? And she turns to leave. And I honestly, I feel kind of bad now, but I get up to follow her. And I was like, I'm sorry. Is there anything that you need? Did I say something wrong? I'm stammering through everything that I can. And she literally told me, I'm sorry, I just have to go. And I, of course, let her go because I'm not going to follow her any more than that. And that was honestly the last time I've seen or heard from her.
Wow. Why do you think she started crying when the topic of yogurt was brought up?
I have no idea.
Okay, wait, I mean, did something else happen, though, that coincided with the yogurt topic? Like she got a text or...
And that's what I thought. The first time I said, I looked around, there had to be some other factor in this conversation or this moment that led to this, but I keep hearing the word yogurt over and over in my head.
Well, it was a cold, callous thing to say to her, that you like Greek yogurt. I mean, I'm sticking up for her on that, but I really have no idea why she would have started crying then.
Yeah, and hopefully it makes you understand why I was like, I need help with this almost immediately.
Okay.
Well, have you tried to get a hold of her? I mean, did you hit her up after and be like, is everything okay?
Yeah, I sent her a text and it was basically kind of non-committal and supportive, saying, I hope everything's okay. Let me know if you need anything. But I don't know if even that was the wrong thing to do.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and find out why the topic of Greek yogurt made her cry so hard that she walked out on your date. In your second date update right after this, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Why in the world would Greek yogurt make somebody cry? We're hopefully going to find that out if you're just joining us for today's second date update. Adam is on the phone, and he met a girl that he really liked at a coffee shop. They met up for drinks, And during their date, he said everything was going fine, and then they got into a conversation about yogurt for some reason. He brought up the fact that he likes plain Greek yogurt, and then she cried, got up from the table, walked out to her car, and left, and hasn't talked to him since. Now, it hasn't been a long time. It was just last night. But he's so confused that he wants to do a second date update right now. Adam, I never got her name from you. What is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's Kristen.
Kristen, okay.
And there wasn't like you were having a conversation and you weren't listening to what she was saying, and she was actually talking about her dog dying, and you just happened to be talking about yogurt or something, right?
She asked me what my favorite flavor was, and that was when I said plain Greek yogurt, and that was it.
Okay, so you know that it was in line with the conversation.
Yeah, no, I am positive. I'm a good listener. It was a good conversation, and I am 100% positive that I was paying attention. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, we'll dial her phone number right now, see if she answers, and see if we can find out why, okay?
Cool.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Kristen?
Yes.
Thank God you're okay. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What? Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Yeah. Why are you calling me?
I'm calling you because we got an email from a friend of yours who is very concerned. Well, I don't know how much of a friend he is, actually.
Yeah.
His name is Adam, and you apparently went out with him last night.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out with somebody and then end up not calling them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out why. Normally, people wait like a couple weeks or a month to email us, but he emailed us and wanted us to get a hold of you because apparently you walked out of your date crying last night, and he has no idea why.
I told him that he should wait a little bit longer because you're probably embarrassed.
No, I'm not really embarrassed. I mean, you really want to get into it?
You're not embarrassed to break down in tears when talking about Greek yogurt, and then...
Oh, he told you what we were talking about?
Yeah. He said that he thought everything was going well until the topic of yogurt came along, and he brought up the fact that he enjoys plain Greek yogurt, and that's when you started to cry, and then left.
I mean, it's just something I do.
Wait, what do you mean? It's like every time you go to the grocery store and you walk by the aisle, you're just in tears?
No, it has really nothing to do with Greek yogurt. It's just this thing I do, like, if I'm just not feeling it. I mean, I wasn't really feeling the date. I was kind of over it. And I just decided, like, I'm just going to start crying, and he'll freak out, and he won't want to touch it after that. And so I just laughed.
What? You're using crying as an out on a date?
You can just do that?
It works because so many guys just don't know what to do, and they don't want to deal with it. They think I'm crazy.
No, that's actually a really good idea. If you were to just start crying on a date and be like, I have to go, I'd be like, I'm not going to argue with that. Get out of here. Go do whatever it is that you have to do.
Yeah, guys don't want to deal with it. They think that there's something wrong with you. You're fragile, you're crazy, and they just don't want to deal with it.
Oh my
You're
God,
you're like an evil genius.
It works.
But why didn't you like your date so much? I mean, he sounded like a really nice guy.
Nice? I mean, not really. He wasn't really that nice. I actually thought he was kind of a pig.
Whoa, really?
Okay.
Like, what kind of a pig? Well, there's different levels of pig. I mean,
What are you saying? Like potbelly? Is that what you want to
well,
know?
I mean, did you feel like he was just disheveled and dirty? Did you feel like he was like, unkempt? Did you feel like there was another part of him that was like a male chauvinist pig? There's all kinds of pigs.
You do bring up, no, he brings up a good point.
Definitely chauvinist.
Chauvinist, okay.
Sexist.
He's sexist. What did he do that was sexist?
We were talking about things in school, and I was talking about how, like, I went to school for like math, and he said, "Oh wow, most girls aren't good at math. That's really cool."
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Like, stupid.
Yeah, that is
Most
dumb.
girls aren't good at math. That is pretty stupid because every girl that I cheated off of in high school to get to pre-algebra was really good at math.
To get to pre-algebra.
Yeah.
Those
And
sixth graders I
a-
was cheating off of
they
when
were-
I was a junior.
They were 8th graders and I was a senior.
Okay.
And most of them were female and they were really good at math. And me being a man, I was terrible at it. So I would never say that.
Did you tell him that you were offended by him saying that?
I let that one go for a second. I was like, okay, let me give him the benefit of the doubt. And then we started talking about cars, and like I was saying how I had to get a repair on my car, and I was talking to the mechanic, and he was like thinking that I couldn't handle myself at a mechanic shop, and why didn't you do it? And do you want me to help you? Girls girls are always victims at these things, and I'm like, cool, I got it.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
blame you for pulling the crying card at this point.
Yes, like, after all that, then we were talking about careers and work, and then he said, you're so pretty, you don't need to work.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, at that point I was like, he already thinks I'm some fragile little girl, so let me just let the tears flow.
Yeah. I know. In his mind, he's like, there it is. I knew she was a woman deep down. Good at math, good at cars, whatever. I knew the tears were going to come. That's all right, sweetheart. Kristen, thank you for telling us a little bit about why you weren't calling Adam back and why you fake cried in the middle of the date.
Yeah.
I do have to tell you, though, that Adam is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, how can you fake crying to get out of something you don't want to deal with?
I mean, if you're going to be clueless about the things that you say, like, it's just going to get all ugly and awkward. Because I was getting irritated, and I don't want to let my bad side come out and start putting you in your place.
Oh.
Listen, I mean, I'm just trying to give you compliments, and the response is to, like, lie about it and make me worried about you?
Compliments? You think that's a compliment? You were saying that I'm smart for a girl. Like,
Oh my God.
that is not cool. What am I supposed to say to that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I was telling you how smart you were.
For a girl, like, do you not see how you're coming across? That's so chauvinist and sexist. No girls like that.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, like, I really do think you're smart for a girl.
Oh my God, Adam.
The point
Do you not
is...
realize in saying that you're
Yeah.
saying that all men are smarter than women?
What? No, there's guy smart and girl smart. There's two different kinds of people.
Oh my, are you like, you're ignorant?
So wait, I'm confused. Like, you're gonna say that guys and girls just aren't, like, naturally wired differently? Guys kind of have, they're predisposed to math, and if a girl's smart at it, then great. I mean, I don't know how that's a bad thing.
No, the only reason men excel at math and science is because they're actually pushed into those fields and encouraged to do those things, where we live in an antiquated society where for years females have been told that they can't do that stuff.
I guess that's kind of my point. So that's exactly right. Like, I'm a guy, so I have to be good at math and science. But if I'm as pretty as Kristen, I can be a pretty girl, and things can come to you. It's just kind of it's like lucky that she's that way. I wish I didn't have to do the things I have to do.
Adam, do you even hear the nonsense coming out of your mouth? You sound like a total moron.
You sound more than a moron. You sound someone who is legitimately living back in 1950.
Dude, I feel like I need help. I have two women attacking me and all these guys just listening. Like, guys, I thought you'd be there to help. I mean, seriously?
No, you're on your own on this one, yeah. You hung yourself out to dry a long time ago. You can deal with that.
Yeah,
I'm good. I can watch.
The other guys in the room actually believe in, I don't know, equality. It's a weird concept that some people buy into.
Listen, I believe in equality too, but between men and women, things are just different. Some things girls just have easier because they're pretty.
But not all pretty women just get money thrown at them. It doesn't work that way.
Well, some do. I mean, let's be honest, there are some that do. There are some pretty dudes that get money thrown at them too. I don't know how they do it. I am jealous of all of pretty people for getting money thrown at them.
That's rare.
But Adam,
you
can see why she didn't really like your date, can't you?
I don't know. I guess we're just not a good match because I don't think I did anything wrong.
And that's the problem. That right there is exactly the problem.
Oh my God, Adam, I feel so sorry for you.
Well, that sounds like you might be interested in going out with him again, Kristen. I'm not as smart as a girl, but I am picking up on a vibe. Would you like to go out with Adam one more time on a second date? We will pay for it.
Definitely not.
But we'll pay for it. I have the money that you might not have,
yeah,
Kristen.
Because us little women, how could we ever make ends meet?
Can't say no to
Oh no, I don't want to get money thrown at me because I'm pretty.
Well, I'll throw it your way if you want to go out with Adam again.
No, thank you.
Oh, all right. Sorry, Adam. I tried to get you a second date there.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it.
What are you talking about? I tried to appeal to her womanly sensibilities of wanting to get money for free, and it didn't work.
Whatever. I'm done with this.
All right. Well,
too bad.
Regardless, thank you for emailing us to do a second date update, okay?
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to turn to you guys for help again.
He's stubborn like a typical man.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
This song's not bad for a chick.
Oh my God.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Don't make me hit you
Talking
too.
about today's second date update. If you missed it, this dude Adam wanted to call a girl named Kristen who wasn't calling him back after their date. She actually broke into tears on the date and left.
Yeah.
We got her on the phone and found out that's her go-to move when she doesn't like a date. She cries and then leaves because most of the time guys don't want to call a girl back if she does that. The reason that she didn't like the date was because Adam is a sexist. Big time. And he doesn't know it.
Yeah,
He thinks he's giving her compliments. He's like, you're really smart for a girl.
And I like how he said, I believe in equality, just not for men and women.
Yeah. I believe in equality for other things, but when it comes to men and women, we're too different, and ladies can simply not handle themselves out in the regular world, and they need a man to guide them.
Oh, my God. Thank goodness for
So,
him.
They decided to not go out again. Yeah. Well, she decided to not go out with him again. Which is weird. A woman standing up and making a decision.
Oh, man.
Progress is true, people.
Yeah, get back in the kitchen, lady.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
I think the key to dating is you have to bring a little energy and excitement to the night.
Okay, yeah, for sure. You don't want a boring night.
Right, you don't want to come across as being boring and be willing to take a few risks.
Okay.
That's why whenever I go out on dates, when I'm with them, I always close my eyes behind the wheel for 10 to 20 seconds.
That's not...
It's just enough risk to let my date know that if she sticks with me in her life, things will never be boring.
I thought you were going to say she would die. But okay, whatever.
It's exciting, isn't it? You never know.
Okay.
It's the same mentality that one of our listeners, Sawyer, brought to his date. He says he took a few risks, and he's not sure if maybe they were a little bit too much.
Oh, goodness.
Well, let's find out. Sawyer, how you doing?
Hey, I'm hanging in there. How you doing?
You didn't, risk anyone's life, did you?
No, not on this date.
Okay. Yeah, right.
He pulled it back for this one.
I see.
So what's the name of the girl you want us to call today?
Ariana.
Ariana.
I know. Yeah, Jose's got a big crush on Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Come on.
How did you meet Ariana?
Classic these days, met on a dating app.
Okay. And how was that? I mean, you hit her up first and you guys talked about what?
I did. I hit her up first. I said I was looking for Ariana Grande, but ended up with Ariana Venti.
Oh, because she's even bigger.
Oh. Well,
I don't know if that's
not like physically bigger, just,
probably
better.
physically, too. Ariana is tiny.
Well,
Grande girl.
That's true. Just you meant like an upgrade from Ariana Grande.
That's what I meant, and I'm pretty sure she took it that way. I mean, she kept talking to me, so...
okay.
At least you weren't like, dang, girl, you ain't a grande. You're like a big gulp.
Yeah.
I bet she gets it all the time, though.
Yeah.
But it worked.
Did it work?
I mean, you went on a date, right?
Yeah, we did, but it almost didn't happen, you know? Yeah, I mean, she said she was about to delete the app, is what I mean.
We all delete the app, and then you're always back on, but it's like, out of whatever.
Frustration.
You're always
delete it Monday through Friday, upload it again Friday through
Exactly.
Sunday.
You have 2 drinks on Saturday, and boom, here I am.
Yeah. So what did you guys do for your date?
Well, I wanted to show her that I was that quality guy, and so I booked a nice restaurant.
That's good.
And so you're going into this knowing that you're looking more for a relationship, not for just Netflix and chill.
I am looking for a relationship, and regardless, she is very attractive.
Okay.
So if she did just run a Netflix and chill, you're not going to stop.
Right.
So both things could exist.
So how did things go at the restaurant?
I mean, it started off pretty well. I'm a little nervous, but we decided, hey, why don't we share a fact about each other that wasn't on the dating app?
Okay.
So she says her biological father is actually a sperm donor.
Oh, that's
interesting. That's interesting.
That's some good dinner conversation right there.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what to say. I was just nervous, so I made a joke, and I don't know if it went over well.
No.
Yeah, because that could be a sensitive topic,
Well, what was the joke?
I said, well, that probably increases your chance of incest.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Very off-putting.
that would fall flat for me.
No, I saw that in the Chris Rock special.
No.
How did you respond to that?
Well, she didn't know what to say, so I then came back and I said, is what I would have said if I wasn't one of those quality guys.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was one of those losers that you dated on the app in the past, but luckily I never would say something like that
That's
on a first
kind of
date.
I think that's a good save.
Good. You read the room, you shot your shot, and then like shifted.
All right. Is that the risk that you were talking about in your email? The risk that you took?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the risk.
Okay. Luckily that paid off, I think.
How was the momentum after that?
I mean, she laughed and we carried on, and then after that, it was a nice walk, and at the end, we shared like a really nice kiss.
Oh,
really? Wow.
Yeah.
And what made it really nice?
Yeah. You know, I mean, when one feels right and one doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
this one
for
felt
sure.
like
It's just chemistry.
Just standing there right in front of that donation clinic. It just felt right.
I think that's so sweet.
It's like your dad's house.
Yeah, it's kismet. All right, so how did the night end after the kiss? Was that it?
I mean, yeah, it was great. Walked her to her car, and it was, you know, I figured we'd see each other, and then it's been a couple of weeks, and since then she's getting back to me, but like the energy isn't what it was, if that makes any sense.
I know what you mean, dude.
And but that just seems so weird because she was going to like delete the app because she was sick of playing games. And then it seems like you're not doing that.
Yeah.
So,
Was there anything from the night that you feel like might have gone wrong and could be the reason that she's not getting back to
besides
you?
the incest joke?
Well, you know, anything worse than that?
I'm just thinking, like, you know, did she find another nice guy on the app, and you know what's going on? So
probably.
Okay.
Just to be honest.
Yeah.
If she's an attractive girl on a dating app, their DMs are probably blown up.
Well, I don't know. We'll play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Ariana for you, and we'll try and get you your second date, okay?
Okay.
All right, hold on. Usually when I'm on a date and somebody drops an incest joke, my shirt immediately comes off. And I'm already planning our second and third dates right afterwards.
Are those dates with your sister or?
It's with whoever.
Okay.
This incest really gets me going. But that wasn't the case with one of our listeners, Sawyer.
Weird.
Who said he took a risk at dinner and made a joke about his date's biological dad being a sperm donor and the possibility of her hooking up with a half-brother somewhere down the road.
Yeah.
And now, mysteriously, Sawyer's not getting a call back. Weird.
I mean,
We say that, but I don't actually think that that's it.
you
No.
see, I think it's her fault. You shouldn't tell a fact. Like, that's a weird fact.
It is a weird fact.
What do you expect people to say?
Set herself up a little.
Well, I don't know if anybody else in the room has thought of this, but what if she did some research after the date and found out, Sawyer, that you two are actually biologically related?
That could be.
Oh.
Just saying, we've heard stranger things happen on this show.
Was your dad ever a donor?
Not that I know of.
If it was the case, are you still open for a second date?
I think I'd be a hard pass.
Okay. I know he did. I heard it.
Well, let's find out for sure. We're going to call Ariana right now. You ready to do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, this is Ariana.
Oh, hi, Ariana. This is Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. I was hoping you have a second.
Hi.
Hi. I was hoping you have a second to talk with us.
Wait, what can I help you with?
We do a segment on our show. I don't know if you've heard of it before. It's called a second date.
Okay.
Okay. It's where if you go out on a date with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email us and we'll reach out to them for you to try and figure out the reason why they're ghosting.
So why are you calling me?
Well, because you went out with a guy recently and you've been kind of avoiding him lately. He wants to know the reason why. His name's Sawyer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was it. That was a positive.
It felt like it.
Yeah. Did you have a good time with Sawyer?
Yeah, we had a nice time.
Oh, I wasn't sure. She's like, yeah, I hate him.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. He feels like you've been kind of hard to get a hold of lately, and he's not sure why.
Is he reading that wrong?
No, I mean, we text and stuff. I mean, I'm going to be in touch with him. I like him.
No,
yeah.
he said you text him, but he says it's not like before. Like now it's very sparingly, and it doesn't seem like you're that into it.
Could you just tell him, like, I'll be in touch, in a couple of weeks? And not to worry, and...
That doesn't help a lot.
Well, we can tell him that, but it would be nice if there was a reason to go along with it. Like, why should he wait a few weeks? Is there a reason?
Well...
There has to be.
Oh,
No
my
one
gosh.
just says, I want to wait
Are
2
you
weeks.
dating someone else?
No, actually, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay. Can you tell us something that we could pass along to Sawyer to help him understand? Because he's really confused after what he described as a really great date.
I mean, he says your guys' kiss was amazing.
It was pretty good, yeah.
She sounds
Okay.
like she's into
Oh,
it.
that's
Yeah.
sweet.
And it does sound like you're into him. And I know for a fact that he likes you. So what's the problem?
Okay, I just need to wait until after Valentine's Day.
Oh, no.
Why?
What?
Like, do you already have a date planned or something for Valentine's Day?
No. All right. I know this sounds crazy.
I love when stories start like that. Give me more, Ariana.
know
They're
this
my
sounds
favorite
crazy.
kind.
Okay, so I've done the math, and with my schedule, like with work and everything and family and stuff, there's no way that he and I are going to be able to go on like more than 3 dates before Valentine's Day.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
I feel like if we go out before Valentine's Day, then he's going to feel obligated to buy me a gift.
Okay.
And then that's going to creep me out because it's too soon to buy me a gift.
Oh, I kind of understand this.
Wait, what?
So because you could only get 3 dates in before Valentine's Day, he would buy you a gift and you wouldn't like that.
I know myself. I'll freak out. I'll be like, oh, it's too clingy. I'm gone. And then I'm going to sabotage this thing before it even started.
I will say, I mean, you got to look at it though. Like 3 dates before Valentine's Day, then suddenly, like you're not in a relationship, but you're not in a
No, you
relationship.
gotta look
You're
at
in
it
like
as a man is buying you something for free. Will you take it? Yes. What are you saying?
Alexis.
Even if it was something that was really simple, like flowers, that would creep you out?
I don't know. It happened once in the past before, and it just didn't work out. And I feel like if we just wait till afterwards, everything will be fine, and we can take things slow, and it'll be more organic. And
Okay.
Okay,
So you just want to take Valentine's Day out of the equation, so you're not going to call him until after February 14th.
yeah, I mean, come on, it's not that far away. I mean,
Okay, I
I
mean,
feel like it would just be so much better.
if that's how you feel, I guess that's how you feel. But what do you want us to tell him?
I don't know. Tell him I'm out of town or something.
Well, boy, do we have a gift for you.
Yeah,
do that.
I can't really tell him that because you kind of already did.
Yep.
You should know
Oh,
Sawyer's
no.
on the other line listening, and he heard everything that you just said.
Surprise.
What?
Hello.
Happy early Valentine's Day.
No, don't say that.
Oh my God. Are you guys serious right now?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Oh, God.
Hi, Sawyer. Hi.
Oh, my God. I would imagine, Ariana, right now, if you felt a Valentine's Day gift was creepy, that this might be a little much for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think? Wow. I don't know what to say. I mean, I just...
Look, I got to be honest. Like, I have played this over in my head 100 times. I would never have thought this would have been the issue. Getting you a gift? I have an idea. What if we just don't get each other presents for Valentine's Day? And we just say, hey, it's just another day out there. Why don't we just,
You're saying still go on dates before then, but agree to not give each other gifts.
Totally, no pressure. It's just, hey, it's another day.
Wow.
Okay.
You may be the only girl that doesn't want a gift on Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
now Ariana is thinking, oh, but that's going to set a precedent for the rest of our relationship. Does that mean we'll always skip Valentine's Day?
Yeah, it's not like I never want a gift. I just don't want a gift this soon. But
Yeah.
I also feel like it's weird now because now we've like talked about it. So now it's kind of like the elephant in the room,
Okay. But maybe it's better. It's always good to have an open line of communication with somebody you're dating. And I mean, we ripped the awkward Band-Aid off for you two.
Yeah, look,
I just wish
flexible.
we could just wait until after.
But
The
I mean,
worst.
I heard it, and I got witnesses. You said you liked me.
Uh-oh. You've been caught.
You did, Ariana.
It's deep down there somewhere.
We were recording this.
Yeah.
No, I never said I didn't. No, I like you. I just want to wait. I just want it to be normal. I feel like it's weird.
I think you're overthinking
Yeah.
a lot.
So now it's weird if he buys you a gift, and it's also weird if he doesn't buy you a gift. What's the middle ground there?
Well, I didn't think I was going to be on the radio. I just thought we would text for a few weeks and then it would work itself out.
It sounds like you really want relationships to organically happen and you want to go with the flow, but you were very much overanalyzing all of this.
Yeah, I mean, Sawyer likes you. Bottom line.
And he's darling.
I don't know,
come on,
guys.
like, I'm a quality guy. Come on, you saw that on the first day. I've made you laugh. Why put this in between us? Let's just, I found something I like. Usually in life, I go for that. So
He's the type of guy that can actually tell a good incest joke. Those guys are rare.
Don't let them go.
You cannot let them slip away no matter what holiday's on the horizon.
That's why Brooke married her husband.
Yeah, I know. Unless it's Siblings Day, and that might be a weird one to do it on, but
He's lucky I liked him because I let that joke slide.
Come on, Ariana. Say, if you were talking to your best friend right now, she would tell you to take the second date.
Yeah.
She would tell you you're being crazy.
In fact, we will pay for that second date, Ariana, if you're willing to go out with Sawyer one more time. What do you say?
What if we did it on like February 15th?
No, just go on the date.
Let's compromise.
I mean, yeah, like we will offer to pay for a date after Valentine's if that's what makes you feel the most comfortable, Ariana.
That's all I'm asking. It would be perfect.
Sawyer, what do you think? Are you willing to wait until after Valentine's Day to see her one more time?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll wait because I like you, but I'm not going to stop texting you. It's not going to make me stop trying, just so you know.
So you better be strong.
Yeah.
Well, we can totally text. I mean, maybe even FaceTime.
That was a little flirty laugh, wasn't it?
I don't know, guys. It sounds like you're getting a little too clingy.
All right, guys, let's do it. We're putting on the books Valentine's Day FaceTime.
Yeah! All right. Let's go.
That's right in the middle.
It's a date.
12:01.
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
We've got a woman on the phone for a second date update today who says that she regrets not going out with a guy that she was supposed to see.
Okay, that's good.
And her name is Elizabeth.
Why are you...
Elizabeth, how are you?
Hi, it's actually Elizabether.
Elizabether?
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought that was just a typo on my sheet.
No, that's my name.
Okay, Elizabether.
It's just Elizabeth, and then you add an ER.
Oh my God, she wants to hang up on us. She hates us. Do you know how many times you've had this conversation in your life? Let me guess, 8 billion.
Yeah, a lot.
Okay. Well, could we just call you Liz?
No, I mean, Elizabether is my name, so I like to go by my name.
Can we call you
You guys,
You want
just call her
all
Elizabeth.
5 syllables to be heard. All right. Elizabether. So you said that you regret not going out with the guy. What was his name?
His name is Ben.
Very short. 1 syllable to your 5. I like that, Elizabeth.
Well, maybe that's short for his real name, Benjamin.
Oh my God, we gotta stop. I'm so sorry. I'm really happy you listened and that you're on the phone with us.
Just Ben.
Okay, just Ben.
Sorry.
Yeah, got it.
So I don't mean to make you angry. It's to tell us about Ben.
We'll stop.
Okay.
Where'd you meet him?
So we met 6 months ago through friends.
Oh, wow. That was a long time. Yeah. Was it like a setup where you were supposed to go out on a date or you just were friendly?
No, we're just part of the same friend group.
Okay.
So we've never actually had a one-on-one date. We've just hung out in groups.
Okay. And when did you start, liking him?
Well, I just like him as a friend. He's a sweet guy. He really is. He's kind of shy, though. He's not really, my type. He's not the hottest guy ever.
Okay.
Wait, so you're regretting not going out with him so you can friend zone him and show him where he belongs?
No, I'm actually trying to help him out.
Tell us what happened.
Well, we were at a bar with a group of people, but then the group went to go order us another round, and it was just me and him sitting down for a couple minutes. And he's a telemarketer. That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind of acting nervous and shy, and he said there's something going on at work. So I just tried to be a good friend and was like, well, what's going on? What's wrong? So he said he needed to ask me something. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So he told me he actually won this award. He was named Telemarketer of the Year at his job. And I was like, well, that's awesome.
They have an award for that?
I don't know. God.
One guy who actually did work.
The Oscars of telemarketing.
the award that you want to hide, because if anyone finds out you do that much telemarketing, they hate you.
Yeah, you're the best at it, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was real proud of it. He's really passionate about what he does.
Okay.
Be good at what you do, right?
I guess you have to be if you're going to interrupt a lot of 60-year-olds dinner time, you know?
Right.
So what was the problem?
So apparently, along with this award, there's also this big gala that they have, this big dance and dinner for all the winners.
Gala.
Like a telemarketer's ball?
It was, telemarketer gala.
Wow.
God, everyone, don't you just want to go and interrupt it all the time?
Just
every 5 minutes?
All the world's worst people in one room together.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, he was really excited about it, but he wanted me to accompany him. He assured me it would just be as a friend, that no strings attached, it didn't mean anything more.
And you said no to that?
I said no.
I don't blame you, girl. Honestly, a telemarketer's ball, not what I would want to do on a Friday
It
night.
could be any job's ball. If they're having a big celebration, that's important to any company.
I don't know.
It's not a very good friend move to say no. You gotta admit to that.
Totally.
Well, I know, but I just fear like you go to this gala, you're all dressed up.
Yeah.
I'm not positive that he's going to try and keep it just friends.
Oh, yeah. I know how those telemarketer balls go. I see what you're saying. Things get crazy.
I just want a second of your time. Next thing you know, dress is off.
And you're on a cruise for 10 days. You don't know how you ended up on that.
You're committed to it.
So where are you at now?
So now I just found out that he asked another friend of ours, and she said yes to go with him, but she's nasty. Like, she is not a nice person, and she talks crap about him behind his back all the time. And then I found out that he was going to pay her $200 to be his date.
Whoa!
Right. That's where your regret really set in.
Yeah.
For once, you were going to get paid by a telemarketer.
Well, yeah, and I'm like, at that point, are you like a paid escort? Like, that's weird. And she doesn't even like him. So she's like using him for money, using him for like a nice night out and a nice dinner. Like,
Yeah, you should be using him for money and a nice night out. Not this random girl.
no, that's why I contacted you. I want him to ask me to go again. Like, I want to go with him because this girl is awful. And honestly, he doesn't have to pay me. Like, I'll go because I feel bad for him.
Well, that's tricky, though, because if he's a nice guy, he's not going to dump a date, even if he's paying for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just goes against nice guy protocol.
Yeah.
That's why I contacted you guys. That's why I need your help, because I need to tell him to take me instead.
You went from like no date to girls fighting over
Yeah,
him?
this is pretty fun. He's going to love this.
Yeah. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, and call Ben for you and try and get you a second date update. All right, Elizabether?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, we've been talking to a lovely woman named Elizabether.
That's Elizabeth with an ER at the end.
Elizabether is feeling regretful because she was invited to go to the event of the century, the Telemarketers Gala, where there'll be awards, drinks, and of course, dancing while wearing headsets and making cold calls. Telemarketers never take a day off. No. It's truly a spectacle to behold. The Telemarketers Ball. Elizabeth was invited to this event by a guy named Ben, but she turned it down, and now she's having second thoughts because afterwards, Ben asked a different lady to go, and this is a lady that Elizabether knows and is not a fan of.
Here's the thing. I mean, he's paying her to go with him. I don't know if he cares that she's, I mean, who knows? All of that. But are you worried at all that he's going to get the wrong idea, that you want to be more than friends?
I think if we lay down some ground rules and make it really clear that this is just a friends thing, I think we can keep it still like clear that it's not to be anything more.
Well, I wouldn't count it out. You don't know the magic that happens at these telemarketers balls. You might be changing your mind.
I don't know about that.
Wait, are we going to get him on the phone? I mean, like, how do we do this? Are we going to trash the woman that he's going out with?
No, I don't want to trash the other girl. I don't even think we need to talk about her. I just want to get him on the phone and tell him that I do want to go with him. I changed my mind and see if he'll just make the decision.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to try it out right now. We're about to dial his phone number. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go, Elizabether.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Ben, please?
This is Ben. Could I ask who's calling?
Hi, Ben. My name's young Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. You have a moment to talk? We're not interrupting you during anything important, are we?
Ben, we have an offer you may not be able to refuse.
Can we have a moment of your time?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Ben, are you satisfied with your current cell phone service?
Okay, let's move on.
Who are you guys and why are you pranking me right now?
Because it's so fun.
It's not a prank, Ben. We're a morning radio show, and we do something on our show called a second date update. That's what this is.
Okay, but I haven't been on any dates.
Good point.
Yes. Normally what we do is we call people who've gone out on a date, and afterwards they're not getting a call back, so we try and figure out the reason why. But in this case, you actually haven't gone out with the person that reached out to us.
All right.
Yeah. There's a friend that was calling about you. Her name is Elizabether.
Okay, yeah, she called you guys?
Yeah. She says that you had a really important work function coming up.
And you were getting a big award, a big telemarketing award.
Congrats, by the way.
Thank you. I asked her to go with me, but she turned me down, so
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, she told us that, and she also said that after she turned you down, now apparently your plans have changed.
Yes, that's correct. I asked another person to go with me.
Mm-hmm.
Is it your mom?
Ha ha, very funny.
Oh, your mom turned you down too?
No, you
Gosh,
guys, stop it.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Ben, were you super bummed when Elizabeth originally said that she didn't want to go?
Yes, I mean, I was excited to go with her. Like, we've been friends for a little bit. I thought she would have loved to have gone and had a good time. And then she's just like, she said it wasn't her thing and turned me down. And I'm like, that's kind of not cool. That hurt.
But the good news is, as a telemarketer, you're used to rejection. So couldn't have heard that bad.
I mean, there's some truth to that. Yeah, if you don't get the one, you got to keep moving forward.
All right.
Mm-hmm. But you still like her?
Yes. She's so pretty and I probably shouldn't have even asked her. I think she's a little bit out of my league.
Well, hold on, Ben. What if I told you that Elizabether was having second thoughts about her decision?
I don't know.
What if I told you that Elizabether's biggest desire is to get it on with the best telemarketer in all the land?
Oh my gosh.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah? Yeah, what if she wants to be the Guinevere to your Lancelot?
No.
Oh, does that sound good?
Yeah, you're talking his language.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay,
awesome.
well, I'm just kidding about all the getting it on stuff. But seriously, what if Elizabether, what if she wishes that she'd said yes?
I mean, that'd be great. That would be the night of my life. It's like something out of a Disney movie.
Well, I'm bringing it up because Elizabether is actually on the other line listening, and she wants to talk to you right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's there. Elizabether?
Hey, Ben.
Elizabether?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear the
Have you
whole
been listening
thing.
this entire time?
I have.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, you're so cute.
He brightens up when he hears it.
Elizabeth, tell him.
So I actually changed my mind, and I want to go to the telemarketers gala with you.
Yay!
What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good news.
Yeah. I thought more about it, and I realized that I was mean to you, and that's not the kind of person I am. And I really think it's the right thing to do for me to say yes and for us to go together.
I would love that. That's what I wanted to do, but now I've got another date. I'm sure you probably heard that I pivoted.
Yeah. It's okay. I can talk to her. I will break the news to her that, it's going to be me going instead of her.
Oh.
Wait a sec. I don't think you should do that. I can handle my own dates. Thank you very much.
That's right, Ben.
Oh, look at you, baller.
Own your business.
Okay.
I can't believe that there's two girls fighting over me right now. I'm not even used to having one girl fight over me ever.
Look at you. you, dude.
Man, the star-studded life of a telemarketer on top of his game.
I'm feeling pretty good right now. I don't know why. But
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you're like the LeBron James of telemarketing right now.
Wow.
Dude, Ben, this is your night,
This is
man.
awesome. Thanks. Man. Okay, well, so Elizabeth, so you're down to go then?
Yes, as your friend, though. And I think it's probably a good idea if we set some ground rules just to be sure.
All right, Buzzkill.
Oh, the vibe just.
Ground rules? What do you... I was thinking both of you girls can go with me.
Oh.
Oh!
What did you just say?
I could make sure I get another ticket and another seat at the table, but both of you can go.
Dude, one on each
No,
arm.
That
stop.
would be a
No,
sight to
that
see.
is not what I had in mind.
No,
sounds
Elizabeth,
great.
I'm with you. Are we creating a monster right now? Ben, slow down, dude.
Hold on. That is
Wait.
his friend. It doesn't matter if it's his date or not. He can have two girls if they're both his friends.
Oh, I'm sure that's what he's thinking, too. Isn't that what you're thinking, Ben?
You guys know how baller I would look with two hot dates?
Okay.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
baller.
you'd be like Hugh Hefner walking into that telemarketer's gala.
Plus, I'm getting an award. Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
Your
He's
night.
like the Leonardo DiCaprio of telemarketing.
Come on, Elizabether.
That is not what I signed up for.
But
Well, you're going to be helping this guy's fantasy come true.
don't say
and
that.
he knows what the rules are. He knows that you're friends. I mean, I will say,
the boundary's set.
if you want to be a good friend,
No, see, here's what I'm willing to offer. That's
Okay.
if you take me to this gala, just me, I will dance with you.
oh,
Okay.
I will drink with you. Did I mention I would dance? Okay? It'll be a fun night. But I'm not going to
Okay.
go. I'm not going to go if you're also bringing her. Like, I'm trying to do something nice for you here and avoid you having to take her.
What?
Well, I don't know why you'd want me to avoid taking her, but, I did want to go with you. And if you went, would it be okay if I called you my girlfriend?
oh.
Oh.
I think calling you your girlfriend would just be a step too far.
What about like special friend?
Special friend sounds good.
No, that sounds like a booty call.
We'll just stick with friends. That's the deal. That's the offer.
All right, so we've laid out the ground rules. Ben, what do you say? Will you go out with Elizabether to the telemarketer's ball, but only with her?
Okay.
Okay, she's not into the triple dip thing.
Yeah.
This is a hard choice here.
I can see why, buddy.
Elizabether, I think it'd be great to go with you, but I think you're being a little pushy with the ground rules, which is kind of taking some of the fun out of it. So I think I'm going to respectfully decline.
Oh, what? Hold on.
Wow.
Who saw that?
Really,
coming?
Ben?
I don't know.
No way.
I kind of get it, Elizabeth. I mean, like, all you really offered to do is dance with him and kind of lame, you know?
Well, what else am I supposed to do? We're just friends.
Yeah, no, just like give him some love, hold his hand.
At least second base.
I don't believe that this just happened.
Me neither.
You just got ditched.
Oh.
Wow.
He's a player. Look at this guy.
He's out of control.
Whatever, Ben. The only reason she's even going with you is because you're paying her $200. I would have gone for free.
Oh, man.
You're probably kind of butthurt because I said no to you. What's it like?
Oh, dang. Karma.
We've created a monster.
We did.
You know what, Ben? This is so not like you. But if that's the person you want to be, then go ahead and enjoy your telemarketer's gala, and I will happily stay home.
Oh.
Wow.
Me and my date are going to be on the dance floor while you're sitting home. We're going to be going YMCA.
The YMCA. Yeah, Ben, you get it.
Yeah. Let's shake a leg.
You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal.
Still going.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Going bowling on a first date is always a good idea.
Yeah, that's super fun.
You get to do an activity, and for me personally, I've always liked it because then I get to get a glimpse of how big that woman's fingers are.
What?
I only like girls who handle really big hold bowling balls. But that's different story for a different time. It's not about me right now and my choices when it comes to women's fingers. It's about Thomas and his choice. And Thomas took his date bowling, but now she's not calling him back. What's up, Thomas?
What up, though?
What's up, man? Are you into the big-fingered ladies like I am, or?
Big finger? I mean, I like something else to be big, you know.
No, everyone needs to stop.
All
I don't
right.
need any more of it.
So your email said that you went bowling on your first date.
Yeah, man, I love going to the bowling alley. I take a lot of women to the bowling alley because you got to see what they're working with. Every time you got 10 frames to see that approach.
10
Wait,
frames
you're not talking
to
about-
see the booty.
Yeah. Oh.
10 frames to see that frame. You know what I mean?
I thought for a second, like, legitimately you were talking about their quality of game.
No, Brooke.
No, I'm talking about bowling for booty. That's what I'm talking about.
Bowling for booty. I like it.
We're all on the same page now.
Yeah, you know, my cousin hooked me up with this girl, you know, on a blind date.
All right. What's her name?
Cynthia.
Cynthia. All right. And how was bowling with Cynthia? Did you enjoy yourself?
Oh man, I had a great time. I thought we had a great time. I mean, I got to get a little glimpse of her. When she was bowling them buns out there.
Oh, all right.
I know. I guess I know now.
So she passed the buns test. She sounds like the full package.
I mean, that's all inclusive. You can't just have one part and not like the other two. It's got to be everything.
That is a good point. That's a good point. Now, this was a blind date. So had you met her at all before, or was this legitimately the first time you two had ever seen each other?
No, this is the first time I've seen her. So, we got a lane and, like I said, we got a couple brews, had a good time. We placed a wager, though. We had a bet, because like I said, I'm super competitive. So we had a bet, whoever lost was going to have to buy curly fries.
Oh, it's a big bet. That's a good bet, actually.
Did you have to buy curly fries, or did she have to buy curly fries?
Oh, no, she had to buy them curly fries. Man, I thought y'all do this, man.
Hold on, you didn't let her win?
No, you should not let her win. Absolutely not. That is the right way to go.
You got to be dominant on the first date,
All right. So you dominated her at bowling, and did you actually make her pay for the curly fries?
Hell yeah, I made her pay. What you expect? She lost.
Good.
See, I agree.
Well, I mean,
Bet.
some guys would do that, and then at the end they'd be like, "No, I'm going to get it for you."
No.
She lost the bet, and you made her pay. I like that.
Then I'd be a liar.
No woman wants a pity win or getting off of a bet. And if she does, then she's not worth it.
I don't want to be looking weak, you know what I'm saying? I'm not being a man of my word, so I got to,
All right.
gotta do it.
So was that it for your date then? You beat her at bowling, made her pay for some curly fries, and that was it?
No, we have fun, though. Like, we end up playing, bowling to get the arcade, so we end up playing some games and stuff like that.
Oh, so you guys stayed after you were done bowling?
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
It was a good night. We were still, laughing and joking, playing some Dance Revolution.
Oh, nice. All right.
Little DDR.
Cool.
Now, did you win at Dance Dance Revolution, or did she win?
I mean, I was pretty good, she was good as well, so I call it a tie.
You lost.
More so.
Yeah, you lost. You lost at Dance Dance Revolution. That's okay, man.
Okay.
But I was trying to show off the moves, though. That's what's going on. I was trying to be fancy, so that's...
She's like, you're supposed to play with your feet. You just keep air humping. Thomas, stop it. So, how did the date end with her?
I mean, everything went good. I walked out to the car and got, a little kiss. It wasn't no, make out after third grade type stuff, but it was, something real nice. It was just a little kiss, and I thought we was going to link up again later on.
Okay. And during the little kiss, was that something you initiated?
Yeah, I went in, but she didn't, back up, so I...
Okay.
And that's what I'm curious, is if she reciprocated or not.
Of course she reciprocated. I got some sexy lips.
So if Miss Sexy Lips...
Said his sexy lips.
If she had such a good time, why do you think she's not calling you back?
Man, I got no idea. I mean, I'm hoping it's not because of the fries, because that would be petty. It was like $3.37. It's ridiculous. I mean, I paid for everything else, so it's not like she came out of pocket crazy. It was. I mean, I thought we had a good time. I have no idea.
And how many times have you?
Because my swag is smooth.
how many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your date?
You send a couple of text messages. After 2 text messages, you can't send a third one because then you seem stalkerish.
Okay, so you got 2 text messages and no response, or she responded shortly?
No response.
And I'm proud of you for not going to that third text message and looking stalkerish, but then calling us instead and having us call her.
You got to find other ways. You can't just...
All right, man. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, and then call her and get your second date update, all right?
All right, sounds good.
Okay, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
In today's second date update, we go bowling for booty. That's right. If you're just tuning in, Thomas is on the phone, and bowling for booty is what he likes to do on his first dates. He went out with a girl named Cynthia. He went bowling. Why does he call it bowling for booty? Because he says you get to watch their frame as they make their approach. And you get to check out all they're working with. Thomas, are you ready to give Cynthia a call and find out why she's not calling you back?
Yeah, man. I'm ready to find out what's going on.
All right.
Hey, can I ask you, how apparent were you when you were gawking at her booty?
She can't see me because she's turned the other way, so it don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I think it's good to check out the goods. I'm just saying maybe, I didn't know if you did a lot of commentary on the side as well.
No, nothing too over the top. I'm not, like I said, I don't like that. I kept it cool. I'm smooth with it.
You're not making noises like when she goes up there, you're just like, You're not doing that?
No, that's savage right there, man. Nah, that's savage.
All right, let me just refresh everybody's memory real quick before we call her. Thomas took Cynthia bowling. They had a fun time. He beat her at bowling, and they had a bet that she had to buy curly fries. If she lost, she lost. She bought the curly fries. Then they played a little Dance Dance Revolution and ended the night with a small kiss, but he hasn't heard from her since. All right, man, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Cynthia, please?
This is she.
Hey, Cynthia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi, this is who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay. Hi.
Have you ever heard of us?
No, I haven't heard of you, but good for you. You got a radio show, but why are you guys calling me?
Thank you.
I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with somebody and they emailed us because you aren't calling them back.
Okay.
It's a segment that we do on our show called the Second Date Update. I know it's kind of weird, but you recently hung out with a dude named Thomas.
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
that's a positive response.
And Thomas emailed us because he's confused why you're not calling him back after your date.
Yeah, it was okay. Just not really my type, I guess.
Are you not attracted to him? Is that what it was? Because it was a blind date, so you didn't really know what you're getting into.
Right. He was a handsome guy. We had an awesome time. Very competitive, but yeah, just wasn't my type.
Okay, but if he's a handsome guy and you had a great time, what about him is, what's wrong with him?
Wow. So he was a cool guy, but it was just, something was just a little off. That's all.
What could be off, though? But Cynthia, all you've done is compliment him. So what could be off?
And you've laughed cutely during the whole time we've talked to you about him.
Because he was so sweet. But goodness,
What's the but? What's the but? He was so sweet, but what?
Is he dumb? Does he have a weird eye or something?
He was just so little. I felt like I was with my son.
What?
Oh,
hold on.
There's a big height difference.
There's a huge height difference. He had to be at least a couple of inches shorter than me, and I don't really like that. I'm not attracted to that.
How short is he?
So I'm 5'6", and he had to be about 5'2" and a half.
He's really short.
He's really short, and the sad part is he had to use smaller balls. I felt so bad.
And he's like kids' bowling balls?
Yes, he had to, though. I got it. It was just very awkward, but he was great. I just can't do the little bitty thing.
Well, and you're not even that tall.
I'm way taller than him. Do you know what that looks like with heels on? First of all, when I met him, I had on a blue heel. I didn't know he was going to be that little. So I had on this heel, and it's like I walk up, and I couldn't even see him at first. Where is he?
He's swiping at your kneecaps hey, I'm down here.
It was just weird. Gosh.
I really don't think you should discredit him, though, because I have dated many short men, and they work very hard for you.
Well, maybe, but I'm not used to dating that little.
So how did the rest of your night go?
At the end of the night, what really got it was the awkward kiss. I'm used to looking up. I had to slump so far down
And it was weird. I didn't want to do it.
Hey, Cynthia, as a short guy, that's my favorite part. I date taller women, and I love it when they have to bend down to kiss me. It's hilarious. But not that many people find it funny.
Yeah, that's just not my thing. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, well, Cynthia, I do need to let you know that Thomas is on the other line listening to this conversation.
He's on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, for real? I'm short? Oh, my God, no.
Wait a minute, nah. We had a good time. You know, big things come in small packages.
He's right.
Thomas, I didn't know you were there. I am so sorry. It's so embarrassing.
Come on. You didn't have to look down on me that far. It was barely bent over.
Thomas, my back was hurting by the time I came back up.
Come on, now don't do that. You know the back was hurting because of that whipping I put on you in bowling. We had a good time, man.
You know what? You're right. We had an amazing time. It's just, yeah, you are short.
I keep hearing you this whole time. All you saying is that you had a good time, and you said I'm handsome. Thank you. I don't see why we can't go out. You can't look past my shortness.
Oh goodness, I did. You're right. You're totally right. I don't think it's gonna work. Just not gonna work.
And I'm not 5'2". I'm 5'4" and a quarter. And if I stretch, 5'4" and a half.
Yes, you see, Cynthia, he could stretch out to you and get to 5'4" and a half.
On a good day, I can stretch and I'll be tall as I can be handsome.
Cynthia, you've got to give it another chance. I mean,
he sounds like a great guy.
So, Thomas, it doesn't bother you to, like, date a woman that towers over you? Like, I literally tower over you. That don't bother you at all?
You know, as a short man, I can do things other men can't do. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You got stuff I need your cabinet? Boom, I can get that. You ain't got to bend and hurt your back. You know what I'm saying? Something going to the bed, I could just pretty much backflip under there if I need to. I'm telling you, anytime you need your shoes tied, I'm right there. I can stand up doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Cynthia, you have to say yes to him.
Wow.
I know you laughing. You think I'm funny. I know you got that pretty smile on your face.
And complimenting the smile. Come on, Cynthia.
Thomas, stop.
Come on, girl, you got me acting crazy. I had to call a radio station to get you to talk to me again.
Thomas, would you stop embarrassing me on this radio station?
You know, I do whatever it takes to make you smile. That's all I'm trying to do for the, next foreseeable future. At least one more time.
Thomas, you are bad. You're too much. Stop it.
I'm just trying to get a little bit more of your time, Mama. That's all.
You sure know how to win someone over.
So there you go, Cynthia. Will you go on a second date with Thomas? We know he's short, but he sounds like an awesome dude, and it sounds like you like him. Will you go out with him one more time? We'll pay for it.
Maybe I'm being a bit judgmental, and Thomas, you make me laugh. So, yes, I will go out on a second date.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right here. It's a victory for short dudes everywhere.
Congratulations. Right. Thomas, you got a second date, and yes, you scored a victory for short guys all across the world today.
Oh, man. Thank you, Brooke, Jubal. I appreciate y'all so much. Cynthia, you ain't going to regret this, baby. You know what I'm saying? I might be 5'4", but I'm 6'5" in the bedroom. You know what I mean?
Oh, my goodness.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. It says, on behalf of short dudes everywhere, I want to thank Thomas for being on the show today.
Right?
Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Thomas wanted to call a girl named Cindy. She wasn't calling back after their date. He didn't know why. They went bowling, had a great time. We got Cindy on the phone, and we found out the reason she wasn't calling back was because Thomas is really short.
But you know what? I'd rather date a super nice, funny short guy than a total douchebag that's really tall.
Yeah, and Thomas was hilarious. He was a funny dude.
His personality totally won her and everybody over, honestly.
She decided to go back out with him because she was like, yes, I had a great time, and I can get over the fact that you're so short because you're funny. Yeah. Somebody else texted in at 78592 said, you guys just have Kevin Hart on the phone?
You guys, I'm taller than Kevin Hart. Like, I have a picture with him, and it's like amazing to me that I'm taller. I'm 5'2".
Everybody's taller than him. But he's funny and people love him.
Yeah.
And people love Thomas from today's second date update. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Me and the girl on the phone for the second date update today have a lot in common.
Oh, no.
We're both fitness models. Caroline, have we ever worked together before?
Maybe in our dreams. I don't know.
I thought maybe I might have posed as your before picture. I'm a fitness model, but I pose as the before shot.
Yeah, I see.
Not
That
the
makes
after
sense
shot.
now.
I recognize you.
But Carolyn did email in for a second date update. Tell us a little bit about the guy that you want to call today.
Oh my God, Kevin. He's such a nice guy. I met him on a dating app, and he kind of struck me. Like, I loved his profile, loved what he had to say about himself, and I think the thing that attracted me most was he wasn't a meathead. You know, I'm kind of used to these meatheads. Like, in the fitness industry, a lot of these guys are jerks.
Can I ask, on your dating profile, do you say that you're a fitness model?
I do, and in my photos, you can see it as well.
Does that really serve you well? Because I feel like you would just get hundreds of replies from the exact guy you said you don't want to date.
You know, yeah, I definitely get a lot of those guys that I don't want. But, I mean, my body looks amazing right now. Like, I worked my butt off, literally, to look like this. You should see. I'll have to send you guys pictures. So I'm proud of the way I look.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put myself out there. Check me out from the front, from the back.
I would think. Did you hit this guy up, or did he hit you up?
Actually, I hit him up.
Okay, because I would assume, like, as an average guy, if I see a fitness competitor like you on a dating app, I'm gonna think twice before I hit you up, because I'm gonna think you're only gonna be interested in like big buff dudes.
That's what I do.
You know what? Honestly, I've learned a lot about myself through the process of getting to become a fitness model. And the one thing is, you have to not care in life. You know what I mean? You got to just go for what you want. I go for what I want. I saw him and I was like, boom, I want this guy.
You sound like a very intense person.
Go get her.
Yeah. What about this guy made you say, boom, I want him?
First of all, his smile totally, like, captivated me. And honestly, he was the only guy that I've seen on this dating app that did not have a shirtless picture.
That's a plus.
And I'm like, I see way too much skin on these dating websites. I'm like, oh my God, a guy wearing clothes. This is refreshing.
I love how
that's-
high the bar is set. It really is.
So different between men and women, because guys look for the exact opposite. We're like, gross, she's wearing a shirt.
There's no bikini
I don't want to
pics at
date
all.
her. No way.
Completely.
What did you guys decide to do for your first date?
We had intentions of, like, bar hopping, but we were so, like, talking so intensely, we never even left the restaurant.
Oh, wow.
So it was an awesome date. I mean, I was blown away.
Did you end up with a kiss?
Yeah, but not in the most conventional of ways.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
If you consider, like, putting him in a headlock, kind of, sort of.
Did you
Put him
just
in a
say you
headlock?
put your date in the headlock?
You know what? I was waiting and waiting and waiting for him to make his move, and he wasn't going for it. And I had a choice to make. It was either go home and not know, what the kiss was going to be like, or go in for the kill. And I went in for the kill.
So you put your date in a headlock and kissed him?
Yes, I did.
Oh, romantic.
Okay, do you think that could be the reason he's not calling you back?
He was laughing about it, so I really don't think it turned him off, to be honest with you. And, like, in this day and age, like, the chick should go for what she wants. I mean, why not?
But you
You
should.
take that kiss, even if it's by force. It doesn't matter.
I don't think anyone should be physically forced into kissing, but that's just me.
I mean, I didn't throw him down, but,
Can we paint the picture just one more time here? Did he know it was coming, or was it just out of the blue?
No, it wasn't out of the blue. I mean, we were, like, messing around. I knew he was nervous. I knew he kind of wanted to kiss me, but I think he was feeling me out. And I just was like, I don't have time to wait for this guy. Like, we're adults here. And so I I pushed him and he pushed me and we're just messing around playing. And then I just put him in a headlock, went in for the kill.
Right.
And then, the kiss lasted for a while. So it was,
Oh, so he did kiss you back for like a good amount of time. It wasn't like he was just wanting you to get off him.
Yeah.
no, he didn't want me to get off him.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
All right. And how long has it been since you guys talked?
About a week and a half.
Okay.
He won't answer my text, and I tried, playing it cool. Like, when we were on the date, I was joking around with him. I was a little drunk. We were both a little drunk, and I was like, oh, I could probably bench press more than you, and ha. And so I kind of threw him a text, and I was like, hey, when are we going to, bench press together and have this competition? And blah, blah. I'm trying to be flirty. And maybe he's scared, like I'm emasculating him.
Yeah.
Is he into fitness too? Because it seems like you're only talking about fitness when you're retelling this story.
He's like an average guy, nice physique, tall. He's got muscles, but he's not into it like I am. I'm definitely count my macros, bring my meals with me everywhere. But I went on a cheat meal. I went on the date the night of my cheat meal. So it was a big deal for me. So, and I kind of broke it down for him. I was like, this is how it works. This is how I hit my macros.
What the hell is a macro?
It's like it's a nutrition thing.
Yeah, it's macronutrients. Basically your proteins, carbs, and fats divided into percentages per day.
That sounds like a horrible date topic to me, but okay.
Yeah, they're still so confused. All right, well, we're going to play a song, come back, and get your second date update, all right?
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, here we go, guys. We're almost to the end of the second date update. Just push a little bit more. Only a little bit longer to go till the second date update is over. Just going to need you to listen for about 10 more minutes, okay? Push. Just 10 more minutes and we're almost done. Push. Just 10 more minutes. It's always fun. Push. We're almost to the end of the second date update, okay? Caroline, how you doing? Caroline on the phone, how you doing?
Hey, I'm hysterical right now.
Oh my God.
If you don't understand why I'm doing that, Caroline is in the fitness industry. She's a fitness model, and today she wants to call a guy named Kevin, who she went out on a date with, and he is not a fitness model or involved in the fitness industry at all. As a matter of fact, he doesn't really work out, and that's what she was looking for. So she was excited about the date. They went out. She did get a kiss at the end of the night, but it was not in the most conventional way possible. Can you recap that for me one more time, Caroline?
Well, he wasn't really going in for it. He was kind of being a chump. And so, I started messing around. We were pushing each other. And then I just put him in a headlock and gave him a kiss. Sometimes a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do.
Yeah, I dig it.
I wanted what I wanted.
So now he's not calling you back. We're going to get him on the phone and find out if something went wrong on your date. Are you ready?
I am so ready.
Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Kevin?
Yeah?
Hey, Kevin, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. You ever heard of it?
Maybe. How did you get my number?
Well, I got your number from a listener of ours, actually. They emailed us about you.
What?
Yeah, there's somebody who listens to our show, has been trying to get a hold of you, but you aren't calling them back, so they asked if we could get you on the phone and find out why you're not calling them. Her name is Caroline.
Oh.
And you guys recently went out on a date.
Yeah.
Did you like Caroline?
She emailed you about...
Yeah, she liked you enough to actually email a radio show to get you on the phone and find out why you're not calling her back.
That's
a little bit of a compliment, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I really was hoping that she wouldn't call me back.
Okay, so you don't want to get a hold of her?
No, I do not.
What was so bad about the date?
I got myself into something I was not prepared for.
Really?
I'm guessing...
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we met on this dating website, and, it's like they say, it's too good to be true, and that was one of the worst 2 hours of my life.
Wait,
why was it so bad?
The whole thing?
The whole thing, it just did not start out on the right foot.
She did tell us how she put you in a headlock at the end of the date and forced you to kiss her.
Oh, that was not fun, but I was over it way before that.
Really?
Really?
She swore that you kissed her back for like a long time.
To try to get her away, she was holding me.
You're like, all right, fine, I'll kiss you then. So at what point were you over the date with her then?
I was over the date within the first 10 minutes, I think.
How could you be over a date in the first 10 minutes? That means that you're not even giving somebody a chance.
No, well, we were going over the menu, and the whole time she's talking about how it's her cheat night and how she's got to get her macros and micros, and she just, every single item on the menu, she's talking about its nutritional, value.
Yeah.
And she goes into her bag and whips out this little blue pill, and she hands it to me, and I go, "What is this?" And she said, "It's a suppository probiotic."
Did you just...
A suppository probiotic?
For her or for you?
For me.
She wanted you to take a suppository?
I've known this girl for 11 minutes, and she hands me a pill and tells me to shove it up my
What did you say?
I kept saying no, and she just kept insisting that I take it. She's like, "Here, try it. It's really good for you." And I'm like, no, thank you. So after I finally made it clear that I wasn't going to take it, she says, "Well, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom to take mine."
Oh,
So she leaves, goes to the bathroom. I'm sitting there wondering if she's being serious, then comes back saying, "Oh, it's so much better. I feel so much better now. Let's eat. Let's have a fun date."
Describe that exchange to me again. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard.
She hands me this pill, and she goes, "Do you know what this is?" And I said, "No, I don't know what it is." And she goes, "Oh, it's a probiotic, specially designed to help promote healthy colon ecology or something."
It's colon digestion, if you are listening correctly.
What?
Hey, Kevin, that's Caroline. She's actually on the other line. Caroline, you were supposed to wait until I called you into the conversation.
Yeah, I honestly, I couldn't even wait. I was tapping my feet over here. Like, are you serious right now?
Oh, my God, really?
I was nice enough, first of all, to share my stuff. I mean, that's expensive stuff, okay? And it's for your digestion. It's for your health. I was just trying to be nice and share my knowledge and share what I know. And yes, it was my cheat night. And honestly, I wasn't going to ruin my digestion for a date. Okay, somebody that I only knew for 11 minutes.
Look, Caroline, if you want to go take a suppository, go right ahead. Go to the bathroom. You don't have to tell me. And you don't have to encourage me to join in.
I know, but I was just trying to be nice. Okay, you were asking me so many questions about fitness, and you were letting me talk about it.
No. You were talking about fitness incessantly. So I was being polite and asking you questions because it was obviously what you wanted to talk about.
Well, no offense, but how do you think my body got to look like this if I didn't do all of the things I was talking about? It's good for you. That's why I offered it in the first place.
It's gross. That's why I said no.
Carla, do you really not see a problem with asking someone to take a suppository?
Thank
you.
you.
I offered it, okay? I offered it. I was nice enough to pull it out of my bag. I let him know what it was about, what it was for. And those suppositories I make myself at home, okay? And I keep them in my bag whenever I know I'm going to have a cheat meal.
You make them yourself?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I make them myself. What's wrong with that?
She makes her own butt pills.
That's impressive, Caroline.
Homemade suppositories?
Yes, I make them myself because I'm trying to make a fitness line that I want to push, and this is like my baby. This is my number one genius idea, okay? So I've been working on it really, really hard.
So, Kevin, she was just trying to share her love of suppository supplements with you. That's all.
Why can't she push it at the gym? Why does she have to push it over cocktails?
I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, look, for my profile that I'm into fitness, I'm very heavy into it.
I'm not talking about the fitness. It's one thing to talk about fitness. It's another thing to try to get me to put a pill up my butt.
That is a
It's
good
not
point.
like I offered to put it in there for you. Okay? I don't understand what the problem is.
Hey, Kevin, would you like to go out on a second date with Caroline?
No!
Are you sure? You're positive?
Final answer.
I don't even want to go out with this guy anyway. Kevin, you are just not the person that I want at all in my life. So, no thank you.
Caroline, maybe in the future, just take it easy on the suppositories for like the first 20 minutes.
You know what? I'm not going to change who I am for anybody. So, I'll just make sure I look for somebody that is as into fitness as I am, and that's it. Like, I will not change myself.
All right.
I
Well,
will bring those suppositories, and I'm going to make a lot of money.
You go, girl. You do you.
all right. Well, I'll find you a date, Caroline. Text in right now, 78592, if you're not scared to put a pill in your butt on the first date. I will hook you up with Caroline.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, who doesn't make their own suppositories these days? It's a rough economy. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Talking, of course, about today's second date update. Caroline wanted to call a guy named Kevin. We got Kevin on the phone and found out why he wasn't calling her back after the date. Caroline's a fitness buff. She loves it. Loves all things fitness, including making her own probiotic suppositories. And that's not really that bad necessarily, except yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird.
Making butt pills in your kitchen is weird, dude.
But she actually, at dinner, excused herself to go pop a pill, not in her mouth, and offered him one. Like, hey, you want a suppository real quick? Let's do this.
You want in on this action?
Yeah. You can have one if you want. And he was like, I don't know, it just weirded me out that she was like that. And apparently she was kind of like a female meathead, too, the whole time, just talking about fitness and stuff.
She put him in a headlock at the end of the date and kissed him.
Oh, God.
Text in at 78592. Would somebody making their own suppositories at home and then offering you one on a date turn you off?
Yes. I will not put anything in my butt on a first date.
Maybe a second date.
Is that an April Fool's joke? Yeah. April Fool's. Brooke's bringing the jokes again.
Yeah, she puts everything in her butt. Don't listen to her.
Moving 92.5.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
We've been doing second date updates for a long time now. We've pretty much heard every single place you can meet somebody. But we haven't had anybody who's met on Instagram yet. You guys realize that?
Met?
Yeah. We've not done a second date update with people who've met on Instagram until today.
Weird.
That's how the girl that's on the phone for a second date update today met the guy that she wants to call. What's up, Amy?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
I'm impressed. How did you even meet a guy on Instagram?
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I've met girls.
I feel like a lot of people meet guys on Instagram.
Okay, I should rephrase that. How did you meet a guy that wasn't creepy on Instagram?
There you go. That's a better way to say it.
Okay. That's fair. I've gone out with some freaky guys on Instagram.
So how did you meet this dude? Did he just hit you up one day? It was like, hey, nice pics.
No, he started following me on Instagram, and I had been, like, on his Instagram, like, liking his photos, but I wasn't following him yet. So then he started following me, and he would, like, comment on my stuff, and he was, I don't know, he seemed really, like, funny. Like, the kinds of comments that he would make, they were really, really clever. And he has the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen, ever.
Can I ask, did you run in the same circles? Do you have friends of friends, or is this a complete stranger?
This is actually a complete stranger.
Wow.
I am scared for you. That's my instant thing is like a guy's commenting on your Instagram page and you're willing to just meet him up.
Hey, I do it all the time, Brooke.
Yeah, it happens a lot, actually.
No, but I didn't meet him right away.
Okay.
And like, I've been dating a lot of guys lately, and just for fun. Like, I'm young and I'm not looking for anything serious, like not really looking to settle down. So I don't know, sometimes I'll talk to someone on Instagram and we'll go out for a few drinks, and it's like not anything serious, it's just fun.
All right. So tell us about your date with Rick then.
Well, oh God, see, that changed things. So Rick and I, like, we had talked for like a week or so before we met. So he seemed normal. I knew he seemed normal and super awesome. So we went and we grabbed drinks at a bar. And when we met, like, he gave me a really big hug, and I felt super comfortable with him from the very beginning. Like, you know, and you were talking about creepy, I don't know, creepy people off of Instagram. Like, I have met some creepy people off of Instagram, but it wasn't like that with him. It felt like so easy and so good. I don't know. Yeah.
Your email does say that you don't remember too much of your date, though. What happened there?
Well, okay, usually when I go out, I have a couple of Cosmos. That's normal. So I did that, but I might have had an extra Cosmo, and I might have had a couple of other drinks as well.
It happens to the best of us. You get excited. You're all amped up for meeting this cute guy, and then suddenly you're blacked out.
Well, I never blacked out, but
that's good.
But something kind of happened that was kind of weird. I don't remember all of it. So we had the drinks. We went back to my place, and Rick came with me to my place. I remember that we got in like a fight about something. Like, we were arguing about something.
Oh, one of those nights.
Oh my gosh.
I know, and I was like really emotional, and he was really upset, and he ended up leaving. But I was kind of drunk, so I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know if I did something wrong,
or if he did. Is that the last thing you've heard from him?
Yeah.
Did you text him and try to ask what happened?
Yes, of course. Like, I woke up in the morning and I remembered that, like what I just told you, and I'm like, oh my God, what happened? So yeah, I tried to text him, and he's not answering anything. Like, he won't talk to me online anymore. He's just kind of disappeared. So I don't know what happened.
And you don't remember at all what the fight was about?
No, like, not at all. I just remember the part where I was really emotional and he was really upset, and then he left.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh my
And I don't know why. And I'm like, I just feel like I finally met a really good guy that I'm like, oh wait, actually, maybe I could be in a relationship. And then I just like went and screwed it up somehow. I'm sure.
Well, you guys already got your first fight out of the way, which is nice.
I was gonna say, it sounds like they're in a relationship already.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on. Nobody wants to go out on a first date and get along the whole time and have chemistry or whatever. That's boring, right? That's old school dating. It's all about arguing now. A good first date should include at least one argument and an emotional breakdown, which is why Amy's on the phone, because she had a fabulous date with a guy named Rick. She actually doesn't remember a lot of the evening, but she does remember that they got in an argument at one point. She was emotional. He left her place, and they haven't talked since. Amy, why do you want to call him if you guys got in an argument?
Yeah.
Because, like, up until we got in the argument, we were having a really good time. And sorry, what was the question again?
My question was, why do you want to call him if you guys got in a fight on your first date?
I really want to know what happened.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Are you like an emotional person that often brings up maybe politics or religion or some sort of topic that people could fight over?
No, not politics and religion. No.
Okay.
No. I mean, like, I have my moments just like everybody. Like, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll call him right now and see if we can find out what you guys were arguing about, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is Rick there?
Yeah, this is Rick.
Rick, how are you, man? My name is Jubal. I host the morning show, Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay, are you serious?
Yeah, man. How are you?
I'm good. What's up?
Well, I'm calling you today because I wanted to speak with you about a date you went on.
A date I went on?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a girl named Amy that you met off of Instagram.
Amy?
Yeah. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. Basically, it's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask what happened.
Oh, my God.
So Amy has been trying to get a hold of you, but you're not returning any of her phone calls or text messages, so she asked if we could get you on the phone and ask what happened.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am.
You really want to know how my day went?
I do. Even more than me, Amy wants to know because she says she can't really remember the last part of it.
Yeah, well.
She did tell us a little bit about the date and said you guys were arguing at some point, which is a great way to end a date, by the way. I thought it sounded really romantic.
Lasting impressions.
Yeah, it definitely was not romantic.
So what was it? What were you guys arguing about? Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. I don't know if it's okay to talk about it on the radio. Like, I don't know if she would be cool with that or...
Well, she kind of has no choice because she agreed to do the second date update, so she wants to know.
All right. So I went over to her place, and we were making out in her bathroom. And
Your bathroom? That's...
Yeah, in her bathroom. Okay. Just kind of like where we ended up. And things were getting hot and heavy, and, at one point my shirt came off. And then she just kind of turned and she looked at the mirror, and she started, like, freaking out. And she looks at herself, and she's like, oh, my God, I look so ugly.
Weird.
That's so sad.
Yeah, and I was like, no, you don't, not at all. And she didn't, right? Like, she's gorgeous. Okay. So I was like, no, you don't, right? And I'm trying to, like, make her feel better. And she's like, no, I do. And she's, like, working herself up. And I'm feeling really weird because my shirt's off, right? And then as I'm trying to, like, calm her down, she starts to, like, argue with me.
Like arguing over whether or not she looks pretty?
Yeah, kind of. She's like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, you're lying to me. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, you look fine. You look great. You look beautiful.
You're like, I was just in here with my shirt off making out with you because I think that you're attractive.
Right. And eventually, this kind of, like, half fight turns into, like, a whole fight.
Oh, no.
Like, she actually was getting aggressive with you because you were telling her that she looked good.
Mad at me for calling her pretty. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Did you think at first she was just fishing for compliments and then it took a weird turn?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I thought that, because, like, sometimes girls get down on themselves, but, like, this was way beyond anything that I've ever seen before. She was just out of control. And so finally she's just like, you know what? Like, get out.
What?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She kicked you out for calling her pretty is what you're saying.
Right. And she kicked me out of her bathroom. And she locks the door behind her.
Oh.
But my shirt and my wallet were still inside the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. So she's in there freaking out. So did you
like going ballistic, and she's like sobbing in there, and I'm like, can I get my shirt back, please?
Oh, I just want to give her a hug.
How long did it take till you got your shirt back?
I didn't get my shirt back.
Oh.
She just opened up the door at one point and then threw my wallet at me and told me to get the out. And I just ran home topless.
That sucks. All right, well, that was an interesting evening for you. Any chance you'd ever talk to her again, ever?
I don't think so. I mean, it was just a little too crazy for me.
Oh, that's unfortunate because she's actually on the phone listening to this conversation.
What?
Yeah,
Amy, are you there?
Oh my God. I don't remember that like at all.
Oh, Amy.
Did that seriously happen? Did I seriously cry and then kick you out of my apartment?
You've been listening the whole time that I was talking?
Yeah, and I don't remember any of that. Are you serious? Did I kick you out like that?
Yeah, you did all of that. It was... You don't remember anything?
No. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Wait, Amy, you think that's funny? You're not mortified by that?
No, it's kind of hilarious. Did you hear that story? That's so funny.
So it doesn't bother you that you were freaking out because apparently you didn't think you looked good that night and he thought you were pretty and that pissed you off.
I think I was just having a moment, I guess. Sometimes I have a moment. It's totally me to just have a moment, but then it's fine. You didn't have to leave. You didn't have to leave. I would have
What do you mean I didn't have to leave? You threw my wallet at me and then you told me to get the out. You said those words.
Oh my God, I was drunk. We were having fun. Oh my God.
I don't know, Amy.
I wasn't having fun.
Yeah. If I was at your place and you threw something at me and said, get the F out, I would think that I would have to leave at that point, or I would be in trouble with the law.
I don't know. Okay, wait, but Rick, did you like get a video of this at least?
Oh my gosh, Amy.
What?
Did I get a video? No, I didn't get a video. Are you serious? You psycho?
What? Why not? I could have totally posted that on Instagram. It would have gotten so many likes.
You would actually.
Amy, this is
thing I've ever heard.
You'd actually post a video of you having this freak out online, Amy.
Why not? I mean, like, obviously, right now, I think I'm pretty. It's fine. Everybody has a meltdown every once in a while. I'm just like, you know what? Like, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. So it's okay for people to see me like that. It's fine. It's funny.
Amy, I gotta say, when Rick was telling this story, I was feeling so bad for you, and I thought we were gonna talk to this like horribly like lacking self-confident woman that was crying on the other end of the line, and you were handling this way differently than I thought you would.
I don't know. You know, it's just life. It's just life, and like happens sometimes, right? And like, I don't know. I just still can't believe you didn't take a video. Take a video next time.
Yeah, seriously. The next time you're having a meltdown like that, you need to make sure somebody is there to videotape it at all times, Amy.
Amy,
Well, then, would you guys like to go out on a second date? Rick, I will pay for a second date.
No, hell no.
You might get a viral video out of the deal.
This has not happened to me on a regular basis. Like, girls that I'm with don't have freakouts and then kick me out of their place and then steal my shirt.
Well, it sounds to me like you're not really living.
I just feel like everybody has these kind of moments, okay? And, like, I know that was probably a little much, but, like, if you knew me better, you would know that even though I was freaking out and I told you to leave, I wasn't really serious. I didn't really mean it. Like, I know that. And just because that happened, I don't think that it means you shouldn't go out with me. Like, you should still go out with me. I'm really fun. And, like, we can obviously have really great stories. See? Like, come on.
You know what? Fine, as long as I can end this conversation right now, as long as we can finish this up.
So if we can finish the phone call here, you'll go out with her again.
No, I'm not going to go out with her. Are you crazy?
So which one is it? You're confusing me. I can't tell when you're serious and when you're not serious.
You're harder to read than she is.
I want to end this conversation. I don't ever want to see her again. I'm fine. Thank you, Amy. You seem like a lovely girl. You're really, really hot, but you are crazy.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
The text in at 78592 says, that sounds a lot like my last date. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Amy wanted to call this dude named Rick. She didn't really remember much about her date because they were drinking a lot, but she did remember that they got into a big argument. Yeah. And when we called him, we found out that while they were making out in her bathroom, out of nowhere, she saw herself in the mirror and then just started body shaming herself.
That's so sad.
And then Rick tried to console her, and she got more upset and then kicked him out. Aww. And he had to walk home with no shirt. That's why he wasn't calling back. Amy didn't even remember anything about it. She just remembered them arguing and wondered why. And she thought the story sounded hilarious.
That, I think, was the most shocking part of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was...
Well, she took it well.
She did, yeah.
That is funny.
Rick didn't take it well, though, because he had to walk home with no shirt on. He thought maybe she's a little crazy.
Yeah.
And
Weird.
no second date. Remember,
Small red flag.
if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person